New around here. Hi, I'm Miss Purple Lightning, and you have just entered the storm. If you're not new around here, then welcome back. Hi guys. Hope y'all doing good today. Hey, it's lit. It's Monday. It's a new week. I'm tired. Let's go. 17 months. I know. Time is fake. Oh my goodness. 17 months indeed. Hi, please. Welcome. Hey, Gigi with the
It's been here long,
12.
it doesn't even feel like it. Thank you for the community laughs and inclusion, Perptilda.
Of course. Time isn't real. Hey, let me be with
That
Young
G-Slim
Raid.
just
Welcome
rated
on
with
in,
6 viewers.
Raiders. How the heck are you? How is your stream? 40 is wild. Let's go catch the love. We're fishing for romance in this dating sim stream. Ready to get touch starved and yearning with you. Let's reel in some virtual love in freaking indubitably. How is your stream, Slim? What are you guys up to over there? Also, if you're new, hi, I'm Miss Purple Lightning. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I play a lot of stuff and I yap a lot, and we always here to laugh and have something diabolical happen out of my control. So it's a storm. Eating chicken and hanging out. Let's go. I made some soup stuff. It was meant to be what? It was meant to be chicken pot pie without chicken and no crust. Like the chicken pot pie interior without the chicken, and then a veggie pot pie interior without the crust, and then I made waffles because they'll be easy to dip, but it's not waffle flavored. It's more like a kind of sweet biscuit flavored. Anywho, I made that to dip into the pot pie. Really freaking good. Delicious. You didn't want the pot for the pie? I don't know how to make pie crust without wheat and milk. So I'm just now getting to a point where I can make cookies. I got one step at a time. Without the substitutes. Hi, Hella Buds. Bust down door. Touch Starved. Yeah, have you heard about it? Do you know what that is? It's a demo, so it's something I'm trying. But I've heard. You came for the game. Okay, you backed it on Kickstarter. Let's go. You're not the only one. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what it's about, see what's going on, see what the vibes are like. Yee. Got 2 game keys for it when it comes out. Oh, let's go. He said, I'm double ready. I watched the little trailer for it, and I've taken a peek inside of the community. It seems pretty dope. I'm excited. You know, I could be a sucker for a good dating sim. Looking high def here. Thanks. Funny enough, same camera settings. All I did was put stuff in the background. You know? We'll see. Like I said, we're gonna play the demo today. We'll see how it ends up sending us, if it ends up sending us like it probably most likely will, but you know. You managed not spend a long time in character creating? Only an hour? Oh, let's go. Speed run that. Me, 6 hours. I don't know what color. I want the eyebrows to be. Right. I did move her bed though. Of course, I rearranged the room and she's not even in here. She's like asleep. She's like, skip you. You move the room. I don't like it. She doesn't like the feng shui in here, and she has not really been here today. But her bed's right here, so you actually be able to easily spot my little floof whenever she wants to not be antisocial. But she's there, and her dinner's over there. So, yee. Full release will have additional 2 characters. Yee. So we'll be feral for some people because of the demo, and then when the game comes out, we'll be double the feral because there'll be 2 more people for us to combine our brain energies for. Mm-hmm. Oh, rusty boat. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okie dokie, I'll go look these. Think Wesker was in your dream last night, but you're not sure? You think? What happened? Were you getting chased down and elbow dropped through a window? Or did you get your back slammed against a table and slid across while the fabric disintegrated against the table grain? Which was it? I've had an unhealthy amount, so that's all you. Yibs. I'm crying. Your shirt's green. You didn't have a body. I'm crying. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry. I'm crying. Oh, brother. Some natural stuff happening, but it was just vibing to your dream. Uh, I see. The mythical trip squatch. E. Get tripped to bounce too? Oh, I thought that said something else. I was like, huh? All right, we're gonna fight my microphone today. Hello. Okay, wait. Yes. To answer, so that I'm not just sitting for long periods. My body hit level 3, and I'm old now, so I can't sit in like a chair for too long. So I got this. It's giant, and it's really comfy. So this is where my tush resides, and it helps me. I don't. It does something to some part of my ADHD brain that makes me focus. So when I'm like super locked in, I'm like about to fly off the screen. And we can blame that on the yoga ball. All right, let me see. Ooh, oh. I was like, I broke it, Your Honor. No. Wait, you don't want to what? Don't want to be scared of what? I also have a yoga ball. You have a VR chat group called Verified Bouncers. That's actually really funny. Listening to my joints creak for sure. Look, you know, Depends on how scary it is. Oh, it's nothing scary. See, it's just people with different varying levels of attraction. I should have took a poll in the beginning. Who do you think is who do you think I'm gonna fall for? And then who do you think is the like hottest character? But disclaimers, let's see what it says. The one with the white hair. Come on now, I'm not that shallow. Streamers and content creators should turn music. Oh, I was like, oh, I got really scared. I was like, oh no, streamers and content creators should what? 0 in order to disable copyright music. This is a demo of the Touchstarved prologue and not the finished product. Thank you. Where do I touch the settings? Intended for an older audience, contains mature content that includes but is not limited to horror, graphic violence, strong language, alcohol, drug reference, injury, and dismemberment. What kind? Player discretion is advised. You're clocking it immediately? I'm gonna like Lathander and Ace, you whore. I'm crying. If you accept the content warning, please click the proceed. Click. Tutorial. In Touchstarved, your choices matter. The decisions you make may result in unique dialogue, like what? You know? Interactions or even choices in red text, which contain exclusive content. Try playing through the demo more than once and choose different options. You might even uncover a secret ending. And remember, there are no wrong choices, only interesting ones. Choose wisely and save often. I'm built for stuff like this. Let's go. All right, left click progress text and dialogue, mouse wheel up, rewind text dialogue, mouse down, progress text dialogue, spacebar, hide the UI, press space again to bring it back. Okay. Okay. Oh, but only descriptions of it. Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with it to an extent, you know. But then it could break me and I would let him. I'm crying. I'm sure the content warning was like a shopping list for some of you. Not a shopping list. They could all break me and I'd let them. Oh yeah, I got that secret ending. Crying. All right. Ooh, my character name. Okay. Yeah, rewinding is pretty cool because you know me, the queen of what did he say? I missed it. What did he say? Yeah, I'll use that rewind expeditiously. Expeditiously. All right, Elvoira, we're just gonna bring it over from everything. Elvoira, as always. All right, choose my pronouns. Ooh, okay, we got options. Let me go ahead and do the audio thing because I will forget. I want the music. I'll use my own. It's fine. There we go. We'll have our music in the background. Going down. All right, cool. I'll be she, her. This world began to unravel long before you were born. Oh, is that so? Who your new main is gonna be? Yeah, I'll come back after stream and blast it in my eardrums. Let it marinate in my cerebellum. It began with the fog fall. Spectral mist bled from the seams where reality wore, so then it split. Oh, it's gonna have voice acting. Let's go! I love voice acting. One of these days, I'm gonna break out of my brain and voice act in something. I don't know what, I don't know when, I don't know where, but I'm gonna do it expeditiously. They said we gave you multiple save slots, you whore. What? I'm only gonna play this probably like 2 or 3 times, give or take, you know? Animating something for you ASAP. All right. And from that fog emerged monsters, inhuman beings with unnatural powers. Some possessed language and intellect, others were mindless beasts driven by little more than desire to slaughter. Oh, you can save more than that page. Oh, let's go. They said we're gonna give you a challenge. Oop, what happened? Oh, I forgot. Scrolling goes faster, goes back. Okay, my bad. Um, as cities fell and unrest spread, humans united in their fear while monsters thrived in chaos. And then there's you. What do you mean? And then there's me? Is it like, oh no, the chaos, the debauchery, and I'm like, this is fun. Where are we going next? Not even sure if you're human. You were born cursed with hands that alter the minds of anyone you touch. Ooh, choose your backstory. Okay. The unnamed, a fallen oracle. You were raised as an oracle in a remote temple. The priest claimed your touch bestowed enlightenment, but a visiting mage revealed your curse for what it was. Following the mage's word, you fled in search of the cenobium. You regularly experience unnatural premonitions that rattle your body and soul. An innate sixth sense gives you a heightened awareness of hidden supernatural presence around you. Okay. 3 different backstories you pick from. These will affect how the characters talk to you. Okay. The Hound, a forsaken thief. You were raised by society's outcasts, criminals who accepted you when nobody else would. Your partner in crime, a friend since childhood, helped you steal enough money for a cure, then betrayed you. They left you with only enough coin to travel to the cenobium, your last hope. You had sharply honed social intuition. You can survive you can survive and even thrive in the violent underbelly of a city, using your experience with the underworld to get ahead. Okay. And The Alchemist, an abandoned mage. Here we go with the mages again. A dragon mage who follow me everywhere. An exiled cenobium mage took you in as a child, raising you as her apprentice. She seemed to take pity on your curse, but you discovered that she was cultivating you as a test subject. Nor. You fled to the cenobium seeking a cure. You were an experienced spellcaster with encyclopedic knowledge of alchemy, spellcraft, and history. With a little observation, you can identify the subtle effects of magic. Okay. We can never escape. It's everywhere. What is that lemon or lime you love? Oh, this is San Pellegrino Limonata. That's what it is. Imported from Italy. Delicious. It does have some sugar in it, but it's so tart. It is like the most tart drink, and I will forever rave about how freaking delicious it is. If you like sour, like lemon stuff. The backgrounds also give you different insights and info based on what you would know. Okay. Let's see. I kind of like the idea of being the alchemist, knowing about magic. I feel like I could use that to like know if something shisty or debauched is going on. But also in the same breath, I think the Hound, a Forsaken Thief, sounds kind of cool. So I think I'll flip a coin. I got my nat 1, nat 20. If it's a nat 1, I'll be the Hound. If it's a nat 20, I'll be the Alchemist. All right. You did the unnamed. I will come back and do these again, especially if this ends up being like an hour long or like give or take. I'll pick a different one, but we'll see. I'll flip. It's a 20, so we'll be the Alchemist. That coin was the best thing since cubed water. Yeah, Tripp's coin. My name is Elvira. Selected she, her pronouns. My backstory is the Alchemist. Is this correct? Absolutely. To be 2-3 hours. Okay, bet. That's perfect. Perfect link for the stream. All right. The wasteland stretches as far as the eye can see. There is nothing out there but death. The ever-present stench of decay, the countless sun-bleached bones cast like seeds across the barren land. I could say death doesn't scare me, but to tell the truth, I'm desperate. It's been 2 weeks since I joined the caravan bound across the waste. Oh, yeah, the waste. Finding a group that would accept me was a trial in and of itself. As rations grew sparse and my canteen ran dry, I began to despair, but then I saw it. They don't show gore, but warning, they will describe it in detail. Okay. It's like reading the book, and they're like, this carcass on the side of the road, and you're like, sheesh. They just said this thing over here, but I get it. Iridia? Iridia? Iridia, the city of knowledge. One of the last bastions of humanity left in the world and home to the famous academy called the Cenobium. I can't wait for this to come out and I can hear how they say these words. I feel like I am butchering them. But anywho, um, all the world's knowledge gathered in one place. If there's anywhere I'll find a cure for my curse, it's here. All that stands between me and the cure is the final stretch of salt-soaked waste. Or so I think until I see the first tendrils of fog sneaking beneath the wagon. Up. Okay. Is this fog fall? This looks barren. I don't want to be here. My stomach sinks in the very whisper of it. A silent storm more devastating than fire. Dangerous in cities, but a death sentence beyond them. With this song in the background, it's actually kind of hilarious. Hello. You awake? Peach finally wakes from her slumber. Good night, Lilith. We'll see you later. Take care. A thick blanket of fog engulfs us, smothering out the lantern's light. The wagon lurches to a stop. Ooh. For just being a super early demo art, you still like it. It does look really cool, especially comparing it to other I played some other like visual novel games. There was one called like the Cinderella Phenomenon, and that one had some pretty cool art in it too. I don't know how long that one had been out or how long they took to put that one together, but it was pretty cool. I actually should bring that back because the story was like actually kind of fire, high key. An eerie silence, heavy as mist, falls over us. The only warning we get is a strangled scream. Ooh! Stay back! No! Ooh! Now somebody getting cooked already. We just got here. The cry dissolves into wet gurgling. Ooh. Then the wagon violently pitches to the side. I hit the ground hard, the air punched from my lungs. Hey, yo! Oh, history's fire. When I open my eyes, adrenaline lends sudden, awful clarity to the carnage around me. A trader I once shared bread with lies face down in the mud, their back reduced to long strings of torn muscle, gleaming gristle, and exposed bone. Bodies litter the wasteland. Nani, what is this? I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding. White blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes adjust do I see the dark shape in front of me. We're cooked! A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner. I freeze, but it swivels its head. Dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction and blink as one. Ugh. Disgusting. The soulless lets out an ear-splitting shriek and runs at me. Dragon Age! Soulless! It follows us. Hi, Serena, welcome. But right before it reaches me, the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. Distantly, a horse screams in the dark. I need to move now. Yeah. I'm crying. Solace. He's everywhere. Every waking moment. Every day I wake up. Ooh, okay. All right. So realistically, I'm not gonna cap. I'm probably gonna get squashed for it. I'm sprinting toward the city. Ankle broke or not, I'm walking on the ankle bone like it's a nub. I'm getting out of here. I got you in the Baldur's Gate. I absolutely loved your first playthrough. Thank you so much. Hope your day's been going well. I'm excited for the new patch coming out. I haven't played Baldur's Gate since I think I last played in September, which is diabolical because I was playing the game every week. And I'm not gonna lie, I want to play it like right now, but I'm trying to stay strong. I finally got all my mods together and then an update came out. So I was like, I'll just wait. Now I'm like itching, like have a rash. Like I gotta get it, I gotta play it again. It was a phenomenal game. Through and through. I don't remember now, which is sad to say because I was on it like a hawk. It's over 1,000 hours. So yeah. Yeah, I put it over huh? Yeah. It's over 1,000 hours, but I don't remember like the exact number. Go look at my Steam thing. Husband's like, you do not have 1,000 hours on Baldur's Gate. Hold on, let me go look. Yep, 1,034. 1,034 Don't at me like that, Trip. I beg. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you so much. Stop, he said, horny. No, please. Yeah. When that update comes out and after I've finished Dragon Age, because I ended up playing all the like trying to go through all the Dragon Ages, and that's what put me on a break from it. I miss it. Dragon Age is cool and all, but I want my Baldur's Gate back. We'll fall heavy and dive back into it, and then it'll be 2,000 hours before we know it. We're gonna make a habit. I'm saving, okay? I should have saved before I made that decision, but it's fine, right? We got it. It's chill. It's cool. It's a vibe. All right. Yeah, we will. We ran off. Hopefully in the right direction. I didn't even think about that. It says run toward the city. Do I even know where the city is? Since it's so foggy outside? Am I cooked? Did I make the first wrong decision? All right, the fog is so thick that I fear I'm heading in the wrong direction until I see a dim pinprick of light emanating from the shadow of a spire. Hope that's the right. Hope I'm going the right direction. It's faint, but it's enough. I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching. Why would you stop? Frantically searching the opaque mist for the source, but the fog falls, twist, and stretch around. Suddenly, the caravan's driver bursts from the fog. Our eyes meet too late. Ah. He slams into me, knocking me into the ground, and slips into a patch of mud. Solus falls on him as soon as he slows. Oh, he's cooked! It catches the driver by his throat, rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. He comes apart like wet paper, splitting intestines and viscera in a steaming tide. Hello? Fighting the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a handhold. My hand catches on the jagged edge of a rib. Jutting from the water, bandages unfurl around the gouge torn deep into my palm. Oh no. Pain's quickly forgotten when the hand closes around my wrist. Oh. I was like, I'm dead! It's definitely a horror romance. Say less. It's right up my alley. Yay. I just hope that as main character, we don't do some of the things that I feel a lot of main characters in horror stories do. But, if people are hot enough in the game, I mean, I can give it a pass. I can give some of my dumb decisions and dumb actions and activities a pass, We don't judge gore horrors around here. We sure don't. Ooh. Yeah, it's the W word. If you re-put it, you can say it, just spell it creatively. You'll be alright. Yeah. Can you stand? Bro, my ankle is creased, but I'll try. One of the travelers from the caravan leans over me. We need to run! Not the voice crack. As I reach for my hand, I realize too late that my bandages have come undone. No, don't, ooh, don't touch me! The sensation of their thumb brushing past my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch, and in the space of a breath, my curse takes hold. Their lips peel back into a deranged grin. That's crazy. No, I've seen this face countless times before. This is my curse, madness of my own making. Purple lightning jump scare. Hi. Yeah, it's we're playing a game called, well, this is a demo, called Touchstarved. It's like a horror romance. So this is the very beginnings of it. I heard you were in here being horny. Never, Freed. Come on now. Hi, Bucky. Welcome. Hope your day's going well. Freed, what do you mean? It's a visual novel. I'm just reading, reading bedtime stories, but they're kind of scary stories with potentially hot characters in them. That's it. There's no corny activity in here, sir. Come on now. It's not in our vocabulary. Never. I can't even say with a straight face, No one would ever be like that here, right? Like, come on now. We're in the storm, Freed. Come on now. You gotta give us some grace. Their grip on my hand tightens until pain radiates from my knuckles. Let me. Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath. Die, 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 die. Oh, no, he's absolutely losing it. I think we're cooked. Oh, is my neck broke? Hello? Roll clip. I'm crying. Spit bubbles at the corners of their mouth and flicks my face. The edges of my vision darkens and my lungs screams for air. We are learning that as we go. We just started. I'm a character. I'm an alchemist. That's what I chose. I'm an alchemist. Backstory. I have a curse. That if I come in contact with somebody, like, it doesn't end well. So just being strangled. That crunch made me think otherwise. Oh, you think the clock app is fighting for dominance? Oh no, it's a lot of activity on the internet. Is all. It happens. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, hella butts. Yeah. Mantis, it's a game called Touchstarved. This is a demo for it. So, working our way to build up that story. This is like the introduction. Like, we've only said 3 things so far. We're already cooked right now. Yeah, that part's obvious. That's what it is. It's that, Your Honor. Yeah, and actually, I can paste the link to it in the chat if anybody's curious. The demo is free. I am not partnered or anything. I just am playing it out of my own free will. With it being February. Not the stream dying! Come back! All right. With it being February, I'm playing a lot of dating sims. I'll be getting on Love in Deep Space. I'll be doing all that stuff. So this is one of the ones that was on my to-do list. There you go. All right, is stream stable again? I don't know why it just tried to throat punch itself. Like, sir, have some decorum. Have some sense that I know you have. All right. So, we're being choked. We are losing a little bit of consciousness right now. So, we can scream for help or fight them off. I feel like if I'm being choked, the last thing I'm going to try to do is scream. So I think I'm going to try to gouge his eyes out or something. You know, we'll try that. Also, we have scum saving. Stupid Dragon Age for bringing me out of scum saving because you can never scum save in those. You can't save during stupid dialogue. I got to get back in the habit of that. I'll say we will fight them off. My nail. Oh, I thought it was the eyes. I was like, ooh. No, it's just the wrist. It's fine. My nails gouge deep into the traveler's wrist, but no matter how much blood I draw, they don't flinch. Ooh. The more I struggle, the tighter their grip grows. My pulse hammers in my ears, slowly with each thudding heartbeat. This can't be happening. I'm gonna die. Oh, almost like I said on TikTok. I'm gonna unalive. And not because of the fog fall or the solace, but because of my own curse. Not me this week. Tears stinging my eyes. No, not here. Not like this. The hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. Ooh. He changes mind? My vision clears and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine, lips still split with that macabre smile, even as blood escapes between their teeth. Ugh. They give one last shuddering breath, then slump over, the claws hooked through their stomach. Oh, I forgot bro was still here. Hi, how are you? Sola shoves the body aside, the glowing eyes studying its leathery skin, thin as though grinning. Ugh. Sick. There's a flash of claws, red spill across my vision. Are we cooked? I thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth and the icy embrace of shallow water. Distantly, I notice an arm resting along an outcrop of reeds. Mine neatly severed. Oh, at the elbow? Yikes! It should have taken both arms. Without them, maybe I would have survived. Maybe I could have a home. Instead, I'll die cold, alone, face down in a desolate wasteland. No, Savi, that's why I stuttered. I said, what does that say? Maybe I need to sit closer to the freaking monitor. I've already thought I've seen two diabolical words, and I'm like, maybe I need to slow down. Like, huh? You got what in your mouth? What's happening here? Thought we were fighting for our life, not, you know? All right, a fitting end to a monstrosity like me. If this is death, it's not as bad as I feared. The cold is gone, as is the choking stench of the bog water. I could drift forever, cocoon in oblivion, until all thought and sensation vanished. No curse, nobody howling at me in madness and terror, nothing at all. The thought has a terrible appeal to it. But the next moment, I take a reflexive breath, air pours into my lungs, then out again in a ragged gasp. Feeling comes flooding back, warm cloth on my bare skin, a firm surface underneath me, a strange tang of sulfur in the air. Raphael? Ooh, do not be afraid. Ooh, a mysterious voice. Who's this? I twist my head toward the voice. Tears flood my blurry vision at the bright glow of the lamplight. Be not afraid. He's hot.
complete global masturbation.
Crying. I'm crying. Try not to move. Sir, I just broke my neck turning to a direction. What do you mean don't move? It's too late. Too late for you, and it sure as heck is already too late for me. Not the raw, ripped shirt off. The voice is calm. I cannot wait actually to see. I can like conjure stuff up in my head, especially if um someone like describes how someone's voice is, and then like whenever an actual voice is paired with it, it's a whole nother game in my head. So I'm actually kind of really excited now to see uh what all of that can come to be like. So I am excited. The voice is calm, steady, and commanding. But more importantly, it's a stranger's voice. What does that mean? Not the hiss. All right. One thought cuts through your mental fog. I have no idea who this is, and I'm completely at their mercy. I mean, is it a bad thing being at somebody's mercy completely? Nope. I'm crying. I'm gonna need several bounces. One will not be enough. I'm crying. Stay away from me. My words come out a little more than a creaky whisper. I clench my mouth shut, hating how weak and helpless I sounded. No. Imagine you're like, your arm is severed, your ankles folded like paper, you're laying to the side like crooked. Like, stay away from me, bro. It's like, I'm trying to help you. No, shut up. But pass out. You were more helpful unconscious. No. Who the hell is this? Knees weak, arms spaghetti, the spaghetti on my spaghetti already. Mom spaghetti. You know what? I'm already in a bad situation. I don't think I'm not a brat. I'm not a brat. I knew exactly, Sabi. Exactly. Our tadpoles be braiding each other up. Now, what the streamer's acting up, Slim said, let me go see the culprit here. No, it's not that. It's my internet. We'll let back down. I'm obedient. I mean, no, whoa. No. I'm not dumb. I'm injured. I'm not dumb. I let myself slump back against the thin pillow, wincing when the motion jolts my head. Ah, a cooperative patient, thank you. No one heard anything anywhere. Shut up. The words swim in one ear and out the other without much comprehension. I pull the sheet up higher, wiping my eyes until my vision clears. The stranger towers over my prone form. Warm light reflects off his pristine medical coat. Hello, medical coat? Why? Is my brain gonna try to associate him and Zane together? Is he gonna be the Zane out of this for me? Or I'm crying. Not that I love to cooperate. What doctor has a? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine. I instinctively shrink back, and that's when I notice that I'm completely naked except for a thin linen sheet. Naked, lying on a low cot with a pair of sharp golden eyes, watching my every move. The man's gaze flickers to my exposed, unbandaged hands. I plunge my hands under the sheet to hide them from sight, though it's too late. He must have noticed what they look like. Sir, I'm gonna need that special injection. It's crazy. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by special injection? Strange. cursed, inhuman? I brace myself for his inevitable suspicion and disgust, but his expression doesn't even flicker from that courteous smile. I noticed she said hands, plural. Hand, question mark? It did say did it say my arm was yoinked off? Unless this doctor is like miraculous and put it back on. I don't know, you know? You can expose yourself as well. It's crazy. I'm crying. He just watches in placid silence as I struggle to make sense of my surroundings. I hope things get better for you, Bucky. I'm sorry. Where am I? Who are you? Be calm. You're safe here. Am I? Whoever this is, he clearly has no idea who or what I am. I've never been safe anywhere with anyone. Even my own mentor, my teacher, thought I was nothing but a convenient specimen to be used and discarded. Sounds like Hojo. I know a hoe when I see one. I scowl, pulling the sheet protectively around myself. Where are my clothes? The man's golden eyes narrow slightly. A sharp sigh rustles the papers in his hands. I see you are not to be dissuaded. Your clothes were torn to shreds when I found you, but I procured replacements. Oh. With a soft creak, he stands from his chair, giving me a better view of my surroundings. I've seen his pictures, his like 39-inch buzz down in the back. Seems to be in some sort of medical clinic. Bottles of silvery alchemical concoctions line the counters in neat rows. I haven't seen DeGrayman in so long. Ride the high for as long as you can. The air makes my nose twitch. A faint whiff of smoke and something distinctly metallic that I can't quite place. The doctor produces a large, dense bundle of cloth, which he sets on the foot of my cot. He's easily a head taller than most. I have to crane my neck to look up at him. That'd be nice, you know, because he could have given me nothing, you know. Thank you. I should be polite if I can, especially since I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me. Thank you. Yeah. Like, how do you manage a hairstyle like that? Like, being realistic. That would be so much work. I'd be so over it, like, really fast. It wouldn't last long. I'd be like, just go ahead and cut the rest of that. Just, like, cut it right there. Because what do you mean I got to tangle that? I'm fighting. You're welcome. I'll leave you to get dressed. With a curt nod, he leaves through a narrow door. I hear a soft click as the lock turns behind him. I count to 3 in a sudden silence. When I don't hear any more footsteps, I reach for the bundle of clothes. An itch on my elbow stops me short. I reach down absently to rub at it, then freeze and my fingers meet a neat line of stitches. I know what I saw. That beast took my arm off! And yet my arm shows no sign of injury apart from the black stitches poking through my skin. I gingerly flex my fingers, feeling my heart race at the sensation. This is impossible. I should be unalive, or at the very least, gasping out my last breath. Right now, you're here touching the back of your neck, having to spend most of my day with it up because it's driving you up a wall. Yeah. Meanwhile, Savi's sitting on hers, you know. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, let me tuck this behind my ear. It's a sideburn. That's all I got. Throw it over here. Throw it back around. Imagination. I squeezed my eyes shut, waiting for the pleasant dream to unravel, to wake up bleeding out in the swamp. But nothing happens. The seconds tick by, my arm remains remotely healed, resolutely healed, my surroundings pristine and quiet. Ah, long mohawk would be fun. I keep telling myself to not go back to a mohawk. It was a lot of fun, but it was definitely one of those like it was fun until I was like, okay, let's grow it out, and I had to go through that weird awkward phase because I didn't want to cut the middle because I didn't think it would look right. Eh, you know. In numb disbelief, I reached for the replacement clothes and began stiffly pulling them on. They're thicker and warmer than mine were, with a black woolen cloak to go with them. But there's one thing still missing: my bandages. Golden eyed man didn't leave me with any, and even though I know he saw my hands, I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps toward one of the drawers as if indeed is a doctor's clinic. There must be bandages somewhere. I start opening drawers at random, and of course, when the door swings open once more, are you looking for something? Yes. I whirl around clutching the thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him. My legs bump up against the edge of the cot. Your caution is understandable, though if I meant you any harm, you would know. You're kind of right, I guess. You're not wrong there. That doesn't make me feel any better in the slightest, but he makes no move toward me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and molded skin disappear under a layer of clean white cotton. Not the boba. May I ask why you need additional bandages? I clenched my jaw. I knew it would only be a matter of time before he asked about my hands. Though the way he does it is strangely roundabout. Um, I'll, I don't think I'll say anything. I don't want to glare at him. I don't want to not answer. Thinking if I were in this situation, I would go with say nothing. I chew. Good habits. I'll say nothing. There is no answer I could give without raising unwelcome suspicion, so I just shake my head and finish tying the bandage in silence. I can only help you if you tell me what ails you. Don't be nice to me. An involuntary snort of laughter escapes me. Where would I even begin? Would he even believe me if I told him? No, best to keep my curse to myself for now and learn more about him first. Who are you? You may call me Curtis. And where exactly am I? Iridia? Iridia? Saying it the same way. I said Iridia? Iridia? Which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can think of nowhere else your group could of travelers to go. So I made it to the city of knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but all I can manage is a vague sense of increasing unease. How did I end up here? I brought you to my clinic, of course. You were the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment, which you provided. Yes. He says it so simply as if I'm a small child and he's explaining basic addition to me. I frown and flex the bandages in my recently healed arm. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine, thoroughly attached to me. You're saying that you stitched my arm back on. Pardon? A soulless attacked the caravan. He ripped everyone to shreds and tore my arm clean off. But when I woke up here, I spent my entire life learning from a Cenobian mage, and I know of no alchemy or magic that could reattach a severed limb. Even if he somehow could heal me by magic, I should detect traces of it, but I sense nothing out of the ordinary at all. The doctor, Kuris, pinches the bridge of his nose. He sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. I do not know where you come from. but Iridia is the city of knowledge and deathly secrets alike. Information is power. It is most unwise to give it or receive it freely. Since you have refused to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I didn't even know your name. You are new to Iridia, so I will overlook the specific breach of etiquette. However, you should not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand? Don't chastise me, okay? You can't fault me for being a little suspicious, sir. Okay. He looks pointedly at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath though I am to admit it, he has a point. I'm also a complete stranger to him, and if he's telling the truth, he saved my life. Take a deep, steadying breath. This time, when I speak, I sound a bit more like myself. Elvoira. My name is Elvoira. So you're saying he can that doesn't sound suspicious at all. It is a pleasure to meet you, Elvoira. There's a little more warmth in his smile, his polite demeanor back in an instant. Um, we're scum savers. Better safe than sorry. I'll just flat out say thank you for saving me. I won't question it because I don't, I feel like if someone was first off, why were you out there? I think it leaves some more questions. Don't worry about it. Thanks for saving me. We'll just make it easy. Easy peasy. Hey. Outside? Outside? Give me 1 second. My dog must use the restroom. I'll be right back. All right. Where were we with our cute, mysterious doctor character? Thank you for saving my life, Uwu. I chance a smile in return. Even if you want to explain how you did the impossible, there is no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Kuras. Kuras. I'm crying. What is that throwing it back like that? That's great. Think nothing of it. I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but. Hmm? The gecko? I'm crying. It's thick, Your Honor. Now that I can actually see. Hi, Gigi. Isn't he beautiful? A specimen for our eyes. He kinda. Why he kinda. But I have to ask, why did you save me? You don't know me. You think you know me. Question seems to startle. I could hardly leave you to die in the waste. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. I mean, 'twas building furniture. I see. Hope it's all built. Hope you have fun. Hope it worked out right and it wasn't we're done. Hey, where does the screw go? I don't know where the screw goes. I didn't see. And then it's like an important piece. You lean on it and it falls apart. It happens to me all the time. Like Blanche Devereaux. I've never met a doctor who is also handed out free clothes. Fingers find the edge of the cloak. There is a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what kind of price Curtis might ask for such well-made clothes. No, I suppose not. Forgive my presumption. I rarely come across so fascinating a patient. What do you mean by that? I simply meant that few would cling to life so resolutely or brave such a perilous journey to Iridia. Well, your dad double checked it. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. How many bounces? Go. I could not help being curious about you, Avoria. His voice dips to a soft murmur, and he abruptly looks away from me. Ooh. Uh, 69. Hmm. What an odd number that is. Interesting. Um, you're pretty curious yourself. Yeah. Am I? Well, I haven't forgotten about my arm, you know? I wiggle my intact fingers at him. Clearly not. Yeah, that's no meaning. Right. Right. Likely story, that is. But you haven't asked me for my payment either. I require none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and it would be unethical to leave you destitute in a strange place. Not the gentleman's son. I fall silent, unsure what to say to that. Nobody would ever help a horror like me for free. There has to be some kind of catch or trick, right? A loud knocking at the door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else. Duty calls. Unfortunately, you are not my only patient today. The knocking grows more insistent, and Curtis lets out a tired sigh. Please wait your turn. Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops. Literally frothing at work. You're at your desk typing like, do you need anything before you leave? Uh, between the soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Ready in the first place. I need directions to the Cenobium. The Cenobium? The look on his face is downright chilling. He pauses, choosing the words with cold deliberation when he speaks again. Whatever you seek, it is very unlikely you will find it there. Cenobium gates open for precious few visitors. Even if they did, you would not like what you found inside. Interesting. Well, suspicious if you ask me. My heart sinks. Is he saying that I came all this way for nothing? Risked life and limb for nothing? Nah, that can't be. I've only just arrived. Iridia is the largest city still standing. There has to be a cure for me here. Then, if not the Cenobium, where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Iridia? I shake my head. Then I suggest a local guide. Head to the Wet Wick. Interesting name. And ask for Leander. Excuse me? The Wet what? Thank you. The Wet Wick. He sounded deeply unamused. Follow the postings, advertise Leander's bloodhounds. They are difficult to miss. You meet Leander, tell him I sent you. This isn't much to go on, but Curious points toward the clinic back door. You'll be safe as long as you do not draw attention to yourself. Ominous music starts playing, you know? I'll wait. Every time I see anything that says the first two words you said, hella butts, all I think about is what's his face in Act 2. Wet your whistle. That's all I think about. Baldur's Gate win! That's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention. If you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish. Okay. Though he's smiling, there is a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door. Find myself standing in a narrow, rather gloomy alley. I pull the new cloak over my nose, stepping over the contents of chamber pots that have been emptied into the street. Stinky! Something weighs heavily inside of one of the pockets, my coin purse. Everything is still inside, every last coin that I scraped together for the journey to Iridia. It doesn't even look like it was open. There were so few coins to begin with, they probably weren't worth stealing. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Pierce didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said that in Iridia, secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? Not exactly comforting though. Still, no matter why he did it, Pierce gave me a second chance and a lead on where I might find help. I better get going before he changes his mind. I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. Line outside clear, tongue twister. Curtis Clinic stretches down the road already. Two thin pillars queue alongside weathered elders. If any place is desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. Cobblestones are treacherously rough under my feet. Deep grooves worn between them by regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Iridia was a river city, but I did not expect it to look so eroded. The buildings were tired and dilapidated, all crammed together in narrow streets. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over me. My stomach gives a faint gurgle. This morning's catch, fried up, hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today. Eyeballs? That sounds disgusting, but I'm starving, so I duck my head under the tall's grubby awning. A large fish leers up at me. Its three bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crispy batter.
I have big balls.
Why does that always jump scare me? I'm crying. I was like, what's happening? Oh, it's nah, those are probably the most diabolical voices I've put in here. I still somehow though regret nothing. Just man breathing in your ear, right? Vibrating in my cerebellum. Like, hello? Thank you for the hydrate. What's the cheapest thing you've got? No, dehydrate, shrivel up. No, please, I gotta speak. The vendor points at a metal basket of what looks like long strips of savory fried dough. Ooh, fresh long lads. What's a long lad? 3 copper a piece, don't burn your mouth. I take the coins out, count them gingerly. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. 2 streets later, I pass under a wrought iron archway, adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. The buildings in this quarter are dizzying riot of color, painted walls, tinted glass everywhere. I lick. Tiered red and pink, curtains flutter in open doorways, musical voices call out invitingly. Incense mingles with the pungent scent of flowers. Dang, not pungent. Barely covering the salt and musk of warm bodies. Woe, lack of moisture be upon ye. This must be Iridia's entertainment district. I'm polishing off my food and dusting the crumbs off my hands when I spot a poster. It features a silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the word Bloodhounds printed above his head. A motto, as above, so below, circles the artwork. So excited for the art to get updated. So it's like the in-game art, like it's like all, like everything. Like this isn't gonna, well, I know this is a demo, but like all of this is gonna change. Ah, I see. Oh, that's kind of exciting. Ooh. Must be, not the M word. No. If Leander is leader of the Bloodhounds, then the face printed on the poster is likely his. But the scenes, okay. I follow the line of identical posters around a corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up, faded orange letters read, "The Wet Wick." The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days, but I hear faint music and laughter coming from inside. Is it a bar? Okay, I was like, is it a bar? Inside the bar is far cry from the abandoned exterior. It's not even midday yet. Most of the tables and booths are occupied by a loose assembly of people in marching clothes. Matching clothes. Ah, they're getting extra spikes and poses too. Little spines. I'm no stranger to bars. Sometimes I would take my books out to the local tavern for a change of scenery, but I much prefer quieter places. Hi, just letting you know you're on my TV right now while scrolling up. Keep popping up here too. Oh, hi, Sammy. Oh, you been waiting for the full game to drop, bun? This just like hit my view. It just got into my sight like last month. So I'm finally playing this for the first time, and I can't lie, I am quadruple interested. I'm excited for this game to come out so I can have something else to latch on to, like a baby to its mother's bosom. Gotta have something to pass my obsessions on, so it's not on one thing for too long. You right there, my time once you finish. We'll be there together. A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring. I'm about to head towards the counter when a chant rises from the center of the room. Joe! 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 What's going on here? The remaining green cloaks abandon the bar and their booths to rush toward the center of the room in a sudden torrent. Just tic-tac. I didn't want to put it immediately on YouTube just in case something diabolical pops up. I have the opportunity to cover it, you know? I don't think it'll show anything, but you can never be too sure. You know? Listen, I didn't know she was gonna suck him off. Okay, that was the last thing I thought was gonna happen. He's like, sure is what happened in Dragon Age. I didn't know that's what she was gonna do. Okay. I didn't know she stooped down to her Minjara activity. Jeez. You know, happens to the best of us. Oh, warning, full release, it will get diabolical. That's good. I need diabolical, right? Right now, all I have is Baldur's Gate, to be honest. I can't lie, the mods for Dragon Age Origins, you know, you know, but Baldur's Gate is still the top of that list right now. There's no time to move out of the way. I'm caught swept along the Elston current. All right, okie dokie. Happy watching, Sammy. Hey! Rhythmic chanting drowns out my voice. I thrash, throwing out my elbows as the press of bodies grows heavier. My hip knocks into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself. What arm am I using? Isn't that still injured? Hello? But the crowd has stilled. The chanting has stopped. Ooh. Pair of gelled boots stride across the tabletop. Ooh. Hello? Sir, get your tits out of my face. Seriously, you dogs again? Why are his breasticles right in my... Hello? Scattered laughter and cheers rise from the audience. I drag my eyes upwards. The way they drew this makes me think of that meme of William Dafoe. He's like, like staring. I don't know what movie it's from, but he's like staring up. It's one of those moments. A well-dressed man stands on a table in front of me, his broad shoulders framed by thick lapels of a trench coat. This really is the last time, all right? Oh, brother. I'm so mad I like Lathander F this guy. I made so much fun of him, but he bewitched you. Oh no! As someone who was typically tit height for everyone, I'd be happy. Those little funny memes. All right, this time when he speaks, the audience falls silent as though bewitched by his magnetic presence of rich low voice. Oh no. They said he has a low voice, Your Honor. I smell that I'm cooked already. I don't like him though. I gotta hear the voice. That'll be what it is. I can't make any suit like for sure votes because um did I say Lathander? I'm crying. Leander, okay, sorry. My bad. No, there is no Lathander, it's Leander. My B. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes, I do like when people have deep voices, but he just seems kind of arrogant. I need to see reasons. I need the reasons. This game is called Touchstarved. The game itself isn't out yet, but the demo is, and that's what this is. And I have a link to it too, if you'd like to check it out. What are there? 6 people? 7 people? 8? 8 at release? Question mark. Oh, you'll get a reason. I'm crying. You won't clock me. I won't let you. All right. This time when he speaks, the audience falls silent, bewitched by his magnetic presence of rich low voice. Nothing is as captivating as a smile. He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage. It's a free demo. 5 on the demo, 2 more for release. Okay, so it's 7. Don't blink or you'll miss it. He laughs and the dagger-shaped earring dangling from his left ear catches the light of a flash of gold. It would seem I've found Leander. He raised his hand above the audience and snaps. A flash of pale green light, real magic, an ordinary stage trick blinds me. Oh no. What in the Loki is going on in here? As the brilliance ebbs, my gaze refocuses on the mage towering above me. He flicks his wrist and the magic spiraling around him coalesces. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals spring forth. Or nor. Like $20-ish. Easily on my wish list. With a flourish, the mage presents the conjured flowers. Audience bursts into clapping and cheers. Or nor. My mouth hangs open. And not just on account of his impressive performance. There was no incantation, no spell circle. I never saw, oh, okay. So I'm like, woo, flowers. No, okay, I see. You're used to being like, shadow clone jutsu, and then something happening. So I guess it makes sense. I've never seen anything so beautiful and intricate conjured so effortlessly. Leander must be an incredibly gifted mage. No wonder Curious recommended him. Leander plucks the iridescent bouquet out of the air and turns into a slow circle, giving his audience a good look. Now, who could use some good luck? This should be our time to turn and leave. Eager onlookers scoot close to the table, some reaching for the lilies while others whistle and call Leander's name. But his cool green eyes slide right over them, locking on me instead. Like I said, blink and turn around. Oh, look at that. I should be anywhere but here, guys. Get me out of here. How about you? Huh? Them? Yeah, maybe them. My chest tightens. Every person gathered turns to stare at me. No. He's wearing gloves. My first thing is like, I can just reach for them and be like, sure, cool, it's whatever, it's fine. Leave. But, I choose. I'm safe. We'll take them. I reach out all too aware of the way my fingers tremble as I carefully take the flowers from him. There is no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. As soon as the flowers leave Leander's hand, the light dims. They fade away into a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs under his breath. That's the problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right? Oh, brother. I should have refused them. He grins at me and I find myself smiling back. Ew. Oh, I can save any of those spots so I don't have to overwrite them. Not him showing off now even more. Sir. Leander steps off the table, dropping among the excited crowd with an audible clink. No, it's not out. It's a demo. It's a demo. I'm just now perceiving that this project even exists. So, yeah. I didn't know it was such a big I didn't know it was such a big thing for a lot of people. So I was like, oh, okay. I'll bite. I'll dibble, I'll dabble. Look at this man with his fat. Right, like why are they so juicy, sir? I need you to cover those up. All right. There are civilians here. All right, bloodhounds. Get back to your drinks. Show's over. Green cloaks disappeared. Oh, dispersed at his command, returning to their tables and booths. Where I can make my way towards Leander, his eyes find me. No. This man is the Riri, it's called Touchstarved. This is a free demo. The game doesn't have a release date yet, but may be speculated to come out later this year. If you like go look stuff up, or there's like a huge following for it already. I was like, I'll get in line. I'll bite. He gives me a friendly wave, then beckons me over to the crowded counter. People. No. Bro is built like a Dorito. Oh, and we don't get it. Oh, if we don't get it in this year, it's probably going to be within the first half of next year. Okay. I see. I managed to squeeze beside him, but there is so little room that his broad shoulders press against mine. I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Is this your first time in Iridia? Yes. They met the first goal on Kickstarter in a day. Original goal was 95K. Yeah, that's what Savi was telling me. I'm like, that's diabolical. What's F4? He says it lightly with a genuine air of curiosity. Do I stick out that much? No, but I'm certain I'd remember seeing a face as lovely as yours. Ew, I'm leaving. Don't talk to me. Stop. Your vile tricks will not work on me, you dirty man. My eye flickers to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery, and being this close makes eye contact difficult. Oh, Fantastic Four. Okay. They literally had to keep adding bonus goals that didn't originally plan them. They were like, you know. You know, you can take that statement both ways, vertical and horizontal. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us. What can I get you? Air. I'm good. I don't want anything. Oh, you weren't talking to me? Oh, okay. Surprise me and add anything my friend wants to my tab. I wasn't expecting the generosity, but I have to admit, I do feel a little thirsty after all that fried dough. You know, it be like that. About to eat one of my waffles right now. Water's good. I'll be boring. And by boring, I mean safe. I'm not here for a good time. I'm here to find out some stuff. You talk so much crap about him. I was like, ooh, I'm thirsty too. Like, oh no, something's happening, Your Honor. While the bartender leaves to fix our drinks, Leander leans his elbows on the counter. I'm close enough to notice the purple shadow under his lower lids. Purple, you say? His eyes wander over me in return. But when they lock on my bandaged hands, a sour taste rises in my throat. Here come the questions. So, I'm crying, not the not the music change like it did. So, what brings you to the wick? Curious sent me. He pushes his hair back from his forehead, but it immediately falls right back into place. So it's about work. Bartender pushes a pair of glasses our way. I don't realize how thirsty I am until the cold water touches my lips. I drain the water in a single gulp. Leander takes a deep swig of beer and lets out a satisfied breath. How can I be of assistance? Don't do that. Oh, trust me. I'm crying, Savi. You in butts right now. Tag team that I'm weak. Brain cells putting in overtime. I need to get to the Cenobium. Oh, I'm getting the hiccups. Hello. Hi, Tayana. Welcome. Woo. Okay. How the heck are you? uh, he looks kind of. Is your kinda that you keep saying, Gigi? Is it like the good kind? Is it the good kinda? Why is this shirt so dark? Oh my gosh. That part, what Savi said, that's what it is. He's doing that thing. I don't know. Now I'm not gonna out myself, but I don't know if anybody else has at any point on their
Complete global penetration.
You don't know, so ask me tomorrow. I don't know. I think it actually worked. Okay, I think it worked. I don't know. I don't know why I got hiccups all of a sudden. I usually all right. Okay. I think that got it. Milk some I was gonna say something diabolical, but the hiccup told me I shouldn't. All right. As soon as the word Cenobium leaves my mouth, the entire bar falls silent. Straight from the tap. Strenuous activity, you know? Something. Oh, why didn't that work? I was gonna say some I'm giving her a treat. I think that's what she wants. Yeah, that was it. Maybe. Eating something could help the hiccups. I don't know if well I do have my I'm not gonna pick the bowl up. That looks suspicious. I do have the last of my cookies with frosting that I made, but it may be we need an emergency waffle stat. I think the waffle is what gave me the hiccup, to be honest. Um, bloodhounds twist around in their seats to gawk openly, finally, and especially drunk one speaks up. Hell are you bringing up the synovium in here? My bad. No, I don't have milk. I made icing the day before yesterday for my cookies that I also made from scratch. I was really proud of them. I finally know how to make frosting without all the things it says you need. It just doesn't look right because none of it has fat in it. So it's not the watery stuff like last time, you know? Not out here making man batter on accident. Oh, well, I don't know. Y'all out here looking like V. I don't know why V's lips are so luscious. Meanwhile, Virgil is over here lipless. No offense, you know, still hot, but lipless. Throw him out. This is bloodhound territory. Ooh. The visual catches me off guard from the angry looks thrown my way. It's clear I've broken some unspoken rule just by mentioning the synovium. When I glance at Leander, he's drinking as though he hasn't noticed the uproar. Only when he catches me looking does he lower his glass. Oop. Oh, he's getting upset. Hey, keep it down, will you? This is business. I tense, expecting an argument, but the outspoken bloodhounds silently return to their drinks. Only a handful continue to watch me warily. Because he took all the lips. I'm crying. That's possible. Maybe what it is that Virgil has no lips, but like his loving soft side of him does, which is why he's the one with the kid and Dante isn't. Virgil knows a thing or two that no one is expecting him to. I think that's what it boils down to. You know. Sorry about that. The synovium's a bit of a touchy subject in these parts. Mix in enough drinks and well, you saw. It looks like one of the ones that can give you a bear hug and lift you up off the ground and crack your back real good. Ah. And, you know, Lucy, I'm not. We've only met 2 people so far. The game is called Touchstarved. This is the demo. The game itself is not out yet. It does not have a release date. It's speculated that it'll be later this year, or worst case, early next year. But the demo's free. You can play it. There are 5 people to choose from. This is Leander. We're meeting him for the first time. I don't know why his yiddies are so big, but they're on display. That's all I see. It's also the height we are, so, you know, it works out for us, I guess. Looks like the smell is winter flowers on gato. Love it. We'll see. I mean, but whatever works. Savi, wolf. Yeah, we can continue this talk outside, you know. I give him a tense nod. He pushes away from the bar counter. Who did I go with on Dragon Age? Ooh, I finished Origins. I went with Zevran. I also finished Velgard. We went with Lucanus. I have somehow, for whatever reason, some kind of trend. I haven't started Dragon Age 2 yet. People keep speculating that I'm going to fall in love with Fenris, but I don't see it. The same way they're telling me on here that I'm going to fall in love with Leander. I don't see it. He just has a juicy bosom. I don't think that's enough to fall for. But alas, we'll see. See, Gigi, but it's speculation. I is. Follow Leander to an alleyway tucked behind the wet wick where layers of frayed bloodhounds posters have been plastered on the wall. You're also gonna like Ace, you hoe. Bobby, listen. You keep hitting me in the head with this clock, you know? See, when he crosses his arms like that, I feel attacked. Whatever conversation we were having is over. I'd walk away at that instant. I can't talk to you, sir, if you know. Yeah, Lucanus was so. Having gone from Velgard and then playing Origins, there's so many things with Lucanus that I'm like, I'll just make some head cannons. It'll work. It'll work, you know. Remember, I was completely against Leander at first, and he got me. So, but that's you. That's you, Savi. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, ew, Leander, and then be like, ooh, Leander. That's not what that means, okay? Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his likeness on the poster is impressive. Downloads demo hooked. Get in it with me. Be a creature. He's giving Riften in this pose. And this is how I know I read too many webcomics. What's Riften? What's that? Perp act like we're not the same person. What do you mean? Oh, the song demo is too perfect. Oh, from the little video. Like we ain't matching brain waves. I'm just saying. You know, that was fire. I was like, I need this in my library now. Expeditiously. I didn't believe you with Zevran, but that was until I looked at my other options. And I was like, Zevran's the only one possible. Because the other one is a child. Bro was like 19. I can't. My conscience wouldn't let me. Chris didn't send you here for help with the Snobium, did he? From the look he gives me, he already knows the answer. I glance away. No, he didn't. He suggested I find an alternative. Yet here you are, asking about them anyway. What did you need from Snobium? Oh, what did you need the Snobium for? I don't want to tell them about my curse. The less people know about my capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer. Nice to meet you too. Hope you have a great rest of your night. I was tilting every stream about falling on him. Do not. What are you talking about? Flavia, I'm so ready to play a certain sound here in a bit. Oh no. Can I touch it? What? Are you, huh? Are you saying, can you touch Leander? Or are you saying, never mind. Crying. Chris, tell you the truth, the Snobium's dangerous. All right. Get on their bad side and they'll imprison you if you're lucky, or torture you if you're not. His scar, right. The topic of that was his scar. Sure. Stop. Why is his laugh so snooty, sir? Torture, my teacher never described anything like that, but the Snobium is supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary. Snobium has always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a world steeped in nightmares. If any place held answers, it will be the Snobium. That's why I came here. That's what they want you to think. But things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Why is the Cenobium giving the circle? What's happening? Like I said, 2 to 3 hours of demo, you were gonna be here for double that. Listen, if we have to break this up between today and tomorrow, you know, now that I have to get my schedule, like I have to get used to my schedule. So depending on if I can not stay up till 9 in the morning tomorrow, I may actually get to a point where I play this at like noon for a little bit, then take my break, and then come back at 9 and do more stuff. So we'll see, depending on how far into this we get, which it's already 11. We're only like 10 minutes into the demo. Yeah, that'll probably be the realistic thing for us. We'll pick. I don't see us just running to the end like I thought. Oh me, oh my. Like I said, we'll see what time I can open my eyes and not feel like I'm drunk. We'll see. Um, that's what they want you to think. But things, oh no, I already said that. Things that seem to be too good to be true often are that. Such a simple statement, and yet it leaves me reeling. If it's true, if I stake everything on a lie, then what now? Leander clears his throat. But as I always say, there is a solution to every problem and alternatives to every solution. He claps his hands and turns to me with a brilliant smile. That's why Chris pointed you to the Bloodhounds. Let us help you. Whether it's hunting soulless, finding people, or recovering stolen valuables, we can do it all, and free of charge. Free? What do you want in return? Nothing's ever truly free. I don't trust you. Shaking my head before before he even finishes his practice speech, my patience is wearing dangerously thin. Listen, I appreciate the offer, but my problems can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander nods slowly. Then your problem must be fairly serious. And if the cenobium's your first choice, you're searching for a magical solution, aren't you? My eyes widen, he nods along, as though he suspected all along. Free. I'd be happy to help you out. That is, if you tell me what ails you. Leander might not work for Cenobium, but if his show was any indication, then he's even stronger. He's even stronger than the mage who raised me. He couldn't do anything about my curse, but maybe I'm silent, plagued by indecision. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this could be my only path forward. My confession comes out, a pained whisper. I'm cursed. Cursed. Oh, now I'm very curious. What kind of curse? Something ancestral or recent? He looks me up and down, taking in my face, my eyes, and finally my hands. It's your hands, isn't it? I wait until I'm certain my voice will remain steady before answering. My touch is dangerous. It changes people, hurts them. Before I've even finished, Leander begins taking his gloves off, tugs his left hand free, and then flexes his fingers. Let's see it. Sir, no. No. He offers me his hand, and a prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm, the enchantment for protection, but I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is, I can't bring myself to hurt him, to see his face twist into a mask of madness. Believe me, this isn't an ordinary curse. I'll be fine. Perhaps you came from, perhaps where you came from, your affliction was strange and one of a kind. But I spent a year in this city, and you'll see 1,000 curses and thrice as many curses. Do you really think Curtis would send you here if I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today. I'm as good as any mage in the Cenobium, even better even. If they can help you, so can I. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. I can't hand out trust like it's a free pass to a concert, sir. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then with a short breath, I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. Fine, but if you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. You can tie me up first if it makes you feel better. I'm not falling for this shit, sir. Chill. With each joint I expose, I grow more and more certain that this is a terrible idea. Ready when you are. If he's bothered, If he's bothered by the way my hand looks, he doesn't show it. My fingers hover shakily over his palm. Tie. 3, 2, 1. Scum save. Oh, I keep forgetting. Honestly, Resident Evil is the culprit for why I do that. I'm so bad at that. It's Resident Evil's fault. It's decades of Resident Evil. It's really hard to get out of that. It's like it's like screenshotting, right? It's like screenshotting. I don't think, it just happens without me even knowing that I'm doing it. It's like breathing for me. Okay, so if you want the horny scene, give it to him. Oh, I mean, I was gonna touch him anyway because I'm like, I'm mad. I kind of held back from Chris, but I'm like, I tap his palm once as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. When I look to his face, expecting to see the worst, Leander only grins. See, can't be. This time when I reach out to touch Leander's palm again, he catches my wrist before I can pull away. I told you there's really nothing to worry about. He trails off when my thumb brushes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain clear, soft, and green. Color rises in his cheeks, but he remains still except for the subtle bobbing of his throat. Are you hard? What's happening? Sir! Neither of us speak. What's happening? Hello? Sir! Sir! What was that? Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of his palm, lost in an awareness I wasn't prepared for. I've been with other people, kissed them, been embraced by them, but not like this. Huh? What? We're outside. We're in public. What's happening? My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, picked up every single detail, the grooves of his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the pulse of his heart. Why is it so intimate? Hello? Hello? For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand, not without dire consequences. I never realized that I was missing until this moment. You swear this happened in the bar? Maybe you fought it too fast. You. I'm crying. Why do you think it's called Touchstarved? I mean, I don't know, Sheesh. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine is hammering as fear gives way to excitement. We're literally rogue. No. No. See, I'm a big kid now. I made another save. My hand glides over Leander's wrist and up his forearm where the smooth skin abruptly gives way to a raised scar on the edge of his sleeve. Just do it! It matches the one that runs from his collar to cheekbone. Could it be the same wound? I glance at Leander's face and his lips part as he considers his word before speaking. Am I the first person? See, don't see me, Gigi. You know. So far, oh brother, I'll admit your touch does make it somewhat difficult to stay level-headed, but not due to your power. Sir, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Elaborate. What do you mean? All right, there we go. I'm crying. You would just go full feral. Like, doesn't matter. You out in the middle of the street. Doesn't matter. Full feral. He takes my hand, soft green eyes flick to mine before he turns it to inspect the golden fissures crisscrossing my knuckles. Look, we match. He points at the gold pin of his coat collar. I give him a small smile. Hand holding someone censored the screen, you harlot! I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels as though it's stuffed with cotton. Ooh.
One pair of pants later.
Having alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandage to lie flat. Can't believe that worked. May I ask your name? Blah, we didn't even know my name. But we're touching each other? You nasties? Crying. They touched the butt. I'm Elvora. You were right to hide this from me, Elvora. That curse of yours is unlike anything I've ever dealt with. I can tell you're discreet, but best not go showing it off to anyone else. And blushing about it, I'm crying. Oh, another ad. Okay. I won't progress too much. I'll make this be a snack break. I like how I got all these messages to tell me so I don't continue, but then my brain sees them but doesn't process them. Got a few more seconds, so. Hey, welcome back. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the ads. There's a lot happening in the dialogue on the screen. I gotta remind my brain to check in every once in a while. Are you staying in Lowtown? I don't know where I stay. Room and board was something I hadn't considered. I don't know. Let's get you properly settled then. Ew, have we latched on to him? Nor. The wet week is noticeably quieter. Without their leader, most of the bloodhounds have disappeared, or has dispersed, or in a few cases, fallen asleep beside their drinks. Got any rooms left, or did my lot grab them all, sweep it off? Bartender, who I now realize doubles as an innkeeper, slides the key onto the counter. No, always keep the corner room open for your escapades. Leandra's laugh sounds slightly strained. And I always appreciate it, but you are mistaken. This is just for my friend, Elvora. Little sloot. Sure, stay as long as you like. You two have fun. Escapades, huh? Leander clears his throat, then holds the key out to me. But I hesitate. My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room. How much do I owe you? Nothing. Bloodhound rates. My treat, since you shared your secret. Food, drink, and warm bed. Anything you need. Carefully, I take the key from him. I'd be scrutinizing. I'd have that, you like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward stare going on, but like minus the smile. It's small, but weighs heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed in Iridia, let alone free meals. Thanks. Go explore, Elvora. You'll find many roads in Iridia. each leading to different answers. But if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me. Yeah, to be a little flute, he is. You know, he isn't attempting to bewitch me immediately. Kinda. I mean, he did do the whole like flowers, my lady. He did do the whole thing, but like at the same time, I don't. He's nice. I expected him to kind of be an a hole. He looked like he would be an a hole. You know, luxury suit. Yeah. I'm not taking one. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Leander. This is my speculation. I actually have not met Silas, so I can't accurately say. I just, from what I've seen from a clip perspective, it seems like Leander and Silas could be the same person. Like how they go about things. Like Silas is this whole like I'm this leader, money, blah. But then like when the right person shows up, he's like, ooh woo. You know, I'm kidding. Ooh with a lot of spice on it. So I feel like Leander could maybe be a similar character where he's all like flashy, but if he ends up liking somebody, like he's kind of full into it. I mean, so I'm curious to see if there's an aggressive person in here because, you know, nervous and thinking about the monster forms again. I nod, taking one last look at the glimmering bronze key before tucking it into my pocket of my coat for safekeeping. Leander gives me one last friendly wave before I depart. The air clings, sodden and heavy. Ugh, that word. I can't look at sodden the same thanks to freaking Ogren. If I hear that one more sodden time, can you find a new word? Without the morning crowd, the sunless streets look barren and bleak. Even the peddlers are long gone. Only a pair of crows remain. Crows quibbling over stale crust from a gutter or in a gutter. I feel a ridiculous pang of envy. At least they've got a reason to fight. I've never felt so lost. Pyrrhus and Leander both made it clear that the Cenobium can't be trusted. I came so far, endured so much. I need to see the Cenobium for myself, if only to satisfy my curiosity. I should have asked someone at the bar for directions before leaving. No, you shouldn't have, idiot. Have you not heeded any of the warnings that anybody said? Hello? I'm about to turn back when a shadow passes over me. A cloud, I think, until a puff of hot breath tickles the back of my neck. The shadow runs deep in the street of in rivulets. Formless dark spreads like ink into blotted shapes. Claws stretch. A muzzle splits open to reveal long, jagged teeth. A growl rumbles so low and deep I feel it. I want to run, to scream, but I feel trapped, as though the slightest movement or single breath will snap the jaws around me shut. No, I won't let it in like this. If I'm gonna die, I want to see what got me first. I still myself, then turn. The shadow vanishes as quick as it came. I'm left standing in the middle of the street, alone except for a figure reclining in the shade of a nearby stoop. Nervously wiping my brow, 13 handkerchiefs. What's all that about? A monster? That much is clear from a glance. Hello? Hello? What's going on here? DSL 3000? What's happening? One that can nearly be mistaken for human if not for the tufted ears and the tail curled around his ankle, or the dust pink eyes with pupils that sharpen like needles when they fall on me. Our eyes meet, and the monster uncrosses his long legs. His hair gleams in a shade of red that reminds me unsettling of blood, where it curls around his Hmm. I was like, Barbie? Question mark. Enough. Jumpy, aren't you? Don't. I will unwrap this index finger. Don't. I'll. His tone is so light, carefree that I glance over my shoulder to make sure he's speaking to me. When I look back, the stranger pops his chin on his knuckles and regards me with an inscrutable little smile. Didn't you just see the shadow just now? It was massive, moved like a beast. Even as I speak, I'm aware of how ridiculous I must sound, but the stranger's smile doesn't falter. The only beasts I've seen are the Wicks drooling regulars, though this did catch my eye. With the flourish of his hand, my my in-room key, appears dangling in his finger. It turns to his
Careful
finger.
now.
But also, is that exposed thigh meat? Huh? My hands fly to my clothes pockets, and sure enough, find them flat. He crooked his finger, beckoning. I've already taken 2 steps forward before some stifled instinct stops me. Something feels wrong. I'm still on the edge, drumming with so much adrenaline that the stranger's shadow flickers at the edge of my vision. I always attract the worst kind of attention, but I can't get rattled now. Ha! Who said that's my key? Hmm? Hmm? He smiles wide enough to reveal pointed canines. I saw you drop it. You really should be more careful. Seated like this, somebody might take advantage. Bald-faced Lie said without a hint of irony. I can't figure out how he picked my pockets under my nose, but I'm certain he took my key. I need it back. I approached the man, careful to keep an arm's length away. He doesn't look dangerous, but the most deadly ones never do. Got a little ear twitch. Stranger's chain softly clinks with a tilt of his head, ears flick. Keeping your distance? I'd be stupid to trust you. You think I stole your dinky little key from all the way over here? He gives an exaggerated sigh. I'm good with my hands, not that good. Do I really look like a common thief to you? I'm crying. You'll hold him up for him? Will you be his bra? Will you be his chest support? Well, he's got me there. The sheer fabric of his sleeve alone would be too expensive for most street thieves. Hell, his shoes look like they cost more than I spent traveling here. I'll be more than just his chest support. I'm sorry, but a bat can't even hold Leander's. Like, I don't know what he got going on. Then there's a shop behind him, no matter the city. Parted pink curtains only ever mean one thing. I'm not looking to buy, and I doubt I could even afford your services anyway. Lucky for you, I don't charge. Man runs tip of his tongue over a fang, and for the first time since I stepped into that shadow, I feel something other than dread. Hello? My face grows hot. That's not what I meant. I'm flattered, really. Were sex my trade, I might make an exception for you. How about half off for a hint? Or you could just give me my key. As nice, and I might even let you tug my tail. This sounds like some kinky tiefling shit. This sounds like some tiefling what do you call it? I'm gonna say what if some tiefling headcanon somewhere. Moo, it's exactly what it looks like. Crying. Um, you know, just throw it here. He said, throw it back, say less. No, that's not what I said. So some spindly little street urchin can snatch it and run. He raises my key and tilts his head so he can watch it dangle back and forth. I suppose I could just claim your room for myself. Not that I'd be caught dead slumming in the wick with the rest of those slack-jawed imbeciles. Sheesh. I'm crying. Not from a brothel. I mean, it wouldn't. It's too late. My eyes have laid upon it. Okay, I see. Well, I've been deneuralized. I didn't see it. You're obviously not from around here, so tell me, traveler, what misfortune brought you to this wretched place? His voice practically drips with derision. What? What is this word? It's okay. I didn't see. I'm not telling you anything. What could have possibly drawn you to this dirty little pigeon? I wonder. He listlessly watches the arc of my key swinging around his finger. The weather's shit, the food's dreck, and there is entirely too many monsters for a human to feel safe unless. Oop. What's the. What, hello? What is his face? Dagger sharp eyes flick towards me. They gleam with amusement. Unless you're just dying to consort with monsters? Oh, brother. Now my embarrassment is worn away, leaving simmering impatience in its place. If this is a shakedown, it's the most frustrating one I've ever heard of. If we in the beninging, if we were to if we flirt with everybody off rip in the beninging, I was gonna say in the beninging, and then if Microsoft, does that mean okay. I see. How do you know that I spent all my money starved? I nearly died in a swamp just so I could crawl into bed with the first thirsty monster I saw. Then there's me a burst of breathy laughter. He gazes at me until his under his dark lashes. Aren't you funny? Yes, a comedian. Now, can I have my key back? Could you be any more obvious? I've been told subtlety is not my strength. I see that. So your place or mine is crazy. I'd invite you if I had my key. Really funny though, I just picked up on something. Um, I did just pick up on something. It's giving Reno for some bit. For some reason, this is pulling Reno vibes just from an appearance. Something I don't know if it's like the little marks on his face and just the red hair in general. It's giving some Reno, Just a statement. Yeah. I hate that I did 60 hours and only saw Reno like in 3 scenes. Savage. I'm like, my baby. If only I had my key, then I might go be able to invite you up. Ooh, woo. His languid gaze glides from me to the key in his hand and back. Come take my hand and we'll go together. The more he flirts, the more convinced I become that this is some kind of trap. No matter how innocent monsters look, they always have tricks up their sleeves. And something tells me that this one's more dangerous than he lets on, even if he has a lovely laugh. I don't know what you want or why you're messing with me, but I'm not coming any closer until I know you aren't gonna attack or bite. I won't bite hard unless you beg me. No matter what I say, he finds a way to twist my words into an innuendo. Even when I'm silent, he goes on as though we're having a conversation, not a standoff. Like, hello? Where should you put touch-starved memes in the Discord? You can put them with the rest in the random. Well, if they are the botched in any way, you can just put them in the not safe for work section. I'm crying in my hands. Honestly, just put them in but just slap it in the not safe for work general section. Just do that. Just do that. Because I'm like putting them in the random disc in like the regular Discord random meme section. I don't know. Because like all the Baldur's Gate thirst traps kind of go in the not safe for work section. Because the video itself may be safe for work, but the conversation that's gonna pop up around it, I know will not be. So let me just put it in there. That'll work. That'll work. Yee. Me not remembering if I had that in there or not. My own Discord. I need to do a poll too because I realize a lot of people may not actually have full access to certain parts of the Discord like they're supposed to. And like, of course you won't know because you won't see it, but like I don't know because there's posts. And I just assume that like maybe people don't care about it. It's like they don't respond, but it might be because you can't see it. So I have time now. So I may poke at that tomorrow. And if you see a lot of me pinging, being like, hey, can you see this in here? And a lot of no's, then I'll work on fixing that for you guys. The Discord's really large and really, really like detailed, but I don't think a lot of it's visible to a lot of people. I can work on that. Do you like dancing? There's a traveling troupe performing in Hightown tonight. Their ludist is extremely exquisite, truly a performance to die for. There is life in this dreadful place, if you know where to look. You sound like you know the city well. Man's gaze flickers from me to the key dangling his finger. Naturally, this dump was a little more than miserable, little smear when I first arrived. Hightown, Lowtown, I know Iridia like the back of my hand. What about the Cenobium? Do you know that? Do you know where that is? His smile vanishes. Surely you would have seen it, that absurdly large tower looming over the rest. It's a little hard to miss. He must mean that spire I noticed when I first caught sight of Iridia. Okay. That works. No. I've had a couple people be like, hey, you couldn't see the thing that I posted and so and so. And I'm like, oh, who couldn't see it? It's like, well, this, and this person. I'm like, oh. Can you see any of this? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't do something right. So more so like that. Like there's a lot of sections in my Discord, so it'll 100% be like, oh, what is all of this? So yeah, I'll do some poking around, making sure I have some certain things set up right though. I think I do have a like category when you like join in for the first time. I'm gonna do a little questionnaire that allows you to like be classified as a lurker, so that like you get access to stuff, but it's like muted and you don't really have to interact with it unless you want to. I think that's how I have it set up. Now, does it work like that? The Snubium's overrated. Forget about it. I can show you some things. Those stuffy boars in their. Ah, I'm crying. I can show you things those stuffy boars in that limp dick tower couldn't even dream of. Limp dick tower. I'm crying. I'm crying. Nah, this is hilarious. I like you. You're funny. That's hilarious. Nah, you're okay. No, you're very amusing. I like that. I already got plans. Oh, you have some pressing matters at the Cenobium? Lunch dates with librarians? Tea time with the most esteemed abbess? Right, I'm like, we'll see. We're like, oh no, that's actually hilarious. That's my business. What's it matter to you? I square my shoulders, and the amusement bleeds out of him. Your loss. Stranger, finally bored of his tedious game, extends his hand towards me, and the key rests on his palm, neatly dividing skin and leather. And he makes no other move. I reach for the key, but as soon as my finger grazes the smooth brass, his hand springs shut around my elbow. Hey! He yanks me down, and I stagger, my soul slipping on the steps. For a sick moment, I fear my bandages will unravel under his touch. He's careful not to disturb them, even as his fingers dig into my arm. I knew I smelled blood. You reek of death on the road. Oh, and the road. And that fucking doctor! His voice, once silken, lowers to a smoky growl. The shadows around him seethe and boil as he pulls me closer. And something else. He murmurs against my throat. Huh? What? What do you mean he murmurs against my throat, nose grazing my jaw? When did you come into my freaking no square? That statement sounds horrible. Great Scott, sir, there is a barrier. There is a barrier, and you can't cross that. And you just stepped into that. I'm leaving. Let go. Try to twist away, but he doesn't budge. His breath trails down my neck, sending thrills of dread through me. Just when I fear he'll bite, he takes a deep whiff instead. His wide, flat eyes gleam with naked hunger as he gazes up at me. Not quite human, not quite monster. Seems we're both. Veer! Stranger's ears flatten and he releases me with a short breath. I yank my arm back, massaging where his grasp left grooves in the bandages. Stranger twists around to watch a woman duck out of the curtains behind him. Her Cenobium uniform is nearly identical to one of the mentor kept tucked in her closet. I'll leave you for all of 10 minutes and you're out here making trouble again? Will you quit harassing the tourists? Sorry, it was a banger. I had to. Anyway, the stranger, Veer, I take it, rolls his eyes and flashes the cleric a withering smile. So suspicious. Can't you see this is a friend of mine? A natural liar. He grins at me and his tail swishes minutely. The woman purses her lips at me, clearly unconvinced. I open my mouth to correct him, but Veer cuts in. I was graciously offering my dear friend some free advice. Though his voice remains light and cheerful, his expression darkens. Danger is drawn to you like a moth to a flame. It will always find you given time. Woman clucks her tongue as though she heard this recital 100 times or two times. Word of advice: don't take free advice from lazy foxes lounging in the streets. This crook would sell water to a drowning man for the sheer enjoyment of it. She shrugs off a wilting look from Veer. Oh, please, any friend of yours knows it's true. Now hold still. Veer rises gracefully from her at her approach. He pushes his hair aside and drapes over one shoulder, exposing the long line of his neck. Then suddenly, it dawns on me that the jingling I heard earlier wasn't coming from the harness attached to his collar, but a leash. Heavy iron chain wound around the hitching post, padlocked to the back of his collar. Veer posed deliberately to hide his leash from me. Woman produces a key from her pocket. She ruffles a dozen identical keys before selecting one and sliding it into the lock. Come on, unless your friend's tagging along for your merry little soulless hunt. They're hunting for souls inside the city? Words momentarily fail me. Woman regards me with a polite, if tight smile before marching down the stairs. Veer lingers. Can I have my key back? He stretches his arms over his head with a yawn. I try not to stare at the way his stomach flattens when he arches his back. We can't be corny at a time like this. Come on now. A little secret safe and me trying to get yourself killed. Can I have my key? He hops off the stoop and bounds after the woman. His tail sways merrily as though he hadn't just lied and threatened me. Did you try that thing I mentioned? The Loventian knot? Huh? That one where you take 3 fingers and actually don't tell me. Knowing you is disgusting. I'm crying. Veer's airy laughter echoes down the street. It's one after the cleric has vanished from the sight. I realize I'm still missing something. Wait! Reflex, I shove my hands in my pocket and find it, the room key. I pull out my pocket and raise it in light just to be sure. Nagging feeling distracts from my relief. I don't know what Veer's game was or what he wanted from me. All I know for certain is that Zenobium I saw fit to leash him, a fate I could share if that's what his vague warning meant. I let my eyes drift skyward past the lanterns, gently swaying in the breeze. Zenobium fairly visible through the haze. Just one glimpse is all I need, then I can put this all behind me. This time, the key goes into my coin purse for safekeeping. It's easy enough to follow the sluggish river that splits Iridia in two. Colossal bridge arches over the dark water below. I cross as quickly as I can, climbing ever uphill toward the distant tower. Hours later, legs aching, sweat beading on my forehead, I finally find what I was searching for, the cenobium of the luminous void. Oh, that sounds diabolical. It stands the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls. Well-dressed people stroll down the walkways, paying no attention to the massive tower in their midst. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up until the top of the cenobium tower disappears into the clouds overhead. The gates are so heavily enchanted that even standing near them set my teeth on edge. Alchemically reinforced locks and visible sigils of alarm, and who knows what else. That's a sign for me to keep out if I've ever seen one. Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way making my presence known. Halfway up the steps when something moves in my peripheral vision. Shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine as if testing its strength. Oi, you there! Shadow vanishes as quickly as I spotted it, and a gaunt-faced man in crisp charcoal uniform marched up the steps toward me. Ugh, another tourist. Get out of here once you're done gawking. A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words. He turns on his heel without even waiting for me to answer. I look back at where I saw the intruder, but there is nothing, just the leaves blowing gently in the cool breeze. I step away from the gates, hopelessness washing over me. Hello? Oh, hello. A whisper so close I can feel the warm brush of breath on my skin. Why is everyone sneaking up on my peripheral? I instinctively jerk away, but there is no one beside me. Halfway down the staircase, I spot a woman swaying in the breeze. She's gaunt as a rail, her blouse moth-eaten. I'm unable to take my eyes off her, but not because of the way she smiles a little too widely, or the way her tousled braids look unbrushed for days, but because her eyes shine a vibrant, unnatural crimson. I'm both entranced and unsettled by their subtle glow. These days, you need a miracle to get up in there. I'm unsure how to respond or if I even should. I'm gonna say nothing. After the experience I've just had, I'm not too keen on indulging strangers with small talk. Despite my silence, she maintains her unflinching stare and smile. Lucky for you, I have miracles for free. Whatever she's selling, I'm not interested. My words come out in a tired breath. No thanks. I started down the stairs, but she abruptly steps in my path. She turns her back to me, and before I can react, she slips fingers under the lacing of her collar, stripping out her blouse in broad daylight. What do you do? As worn fabric unveils bare skin, my panic is smothered by cold horror. Misshapen, sunken scar curves into the woman's body, pitted, gnarled skin snakes down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. A shuddered breath escapes me. The fuck? Not valid reaction. Very valid reaction. Really real for that. By the looks of it, the disease that afflicted this woman ate away her spine, leaving her with hollowed vertebrae, the back of her neck. How was she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive, and yet the power to cure anything can be yours too. The power of the sea spring. Woman slides back into her blouse, deftly laces it up. If I've caught your interest, then follow me. It's only a short walk. Without another glance, she leisurely strolls down the Snubium stairs, loose braid bobbing behind her. The edge of her scarf peeks out from under her collar. I stand there wordless until I manage to regain my bearings. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. This could be the stupidest decision of my life, but what choice do I have? I take a final look at the Snubium straight gates, and I follow her down the steps. Nothing good could come of this. Absolutely nothing good can come of this. I don't see this being positive in any way, shape, or form. We descend from the higher streets, leaving behind their guiled decadence as we cross the river. The wet, derelict districts feel more familiar to me. But the crimson-eyed woman takes me further still until I'm met with an all too familiar sight. First of all, we're outside the city. I'm turning around. This is the gate. I'm not walking past it. I've already seen what's out here. I'm good. My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. The city's outskirts are horribly recognizable in daylight. Oh, hardly recognizable in daylight, and probably safer for it. But venturing beyond Iridia's walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. Keep going straight, and the sea spring will reveal itself to you. I bark out a bitter laughter, loud and involuntary. I'd rather not. Listen, snacks. Hold on. I gotta explain myself. First and foremost, yes, I am playing a game that's called Touchstarved. Yes. That's neither here nor there. The big thing is I'm on a yoga ball. This is my gaming chair for now. It's good for health to not be sat in a chair for very long periods of time. That's all that is. So, yep, that's it. Good for your health and your posture, believe it or not. I sit in the chair like a parentheses all the time. So this helps that. Hey, what do you mean by that? Hi, Snacks. How's your day been? Hope you've been doing good. At least we're on our best behavior, though. You know, there hasn't been any, I haven't done any, you know, you know what I mean? Yep. Yeah. Funny enough, this actually used to be my office desk when I had an office job. Uh, office desk, office chair. My bad. Um, it's fire. You know, I got a lot done, and with all those ADHs and Ds that I got, you know, it kind of helps me focus some. So if you know have similar ailments and your back hurts every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Get you a yoga ball. You'd be surprised. You have abs in like 3 weeks. Crazy. Want to come by before you slip. Okay. Appreciate you stopping through. Hope your day's been well. Also, hope you get a good night's rest. Be better than me. Don't go to bed at 9 a.m. and wake up at 4. That's not good practice. Are you kidding me? It's not safe out there. You're as safe inside the city as outside of it. Truthfully, the terror before you is the safest of all. What do you mean? Oh, territory. I can't read. It's fine. This ring belongs to Ace. Most people know him as a gang leader, but he's much more than that. I squint against the empty wastelands. Only a fool or someone with nothing to lose would leave the city. Apparently, I'm both. Are we really going to progress forward? I literally said no. But if this sea spring cured her, I need to see what it can do for me. I set off into the waste. Why? Over my shoulder, the woman calls after me. Good luck, Elvora. I hope we meet again. I never told you my name. Stop crying. Ace is definitely the one you'd bounce on. I don't have a person so far that we've met where I'm like, oh my gosh, abso-freaking-lutely. Y'all keep saying I'm gonna like Leander. Uh, Kura seems cool. It kind of gives Zane vibes. So like, you know, if I you know he can open up more, I can get some more. You know, I'll who Ace? Doubt it. My heart pounds with each step I take from civilization. From what seems like an eternity, I force each foot forward, one step, then another, until realization hits me. I never told that woman my name. Something pierces the horizon ahead of me. A building nestled into tall cliffside, but so starkly out of place it might as well be hallucination. Drips with extravagance and honeyed mahogany. An ornate jewel of architecture. Trust you'll get more. You with Ace and Veer. This man can't be fixed. I'm crying. Maybe that will calm him down. I'm weak. So Raphael. Okay. I don't know, you know. There are a lot of things about Raphael that makes it why Raphael it gets the kind of points he gets. I don't think there's like an individual thing about where I'm like, you know, if he didn't have this or he didn't have that, or I wish he had this. So I'm putting words in my own mouth. Yeah. Oh, this is the Grimjaw guy. See, we'll see. A row of dark silhouettes stand out in the horizon. trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize that what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Soulless. Several of them watched me in the distance like statues. I don't think I just run, exploding into a messy sprint. I push my legs as far as they'll take me toward that decorated building. Flashes of light chase me. Flashes of last night chase me. The gushes of blood and screams of death. The smell of burning flesh and sour bowel. I can't go through that again. I won't. Next thing I know, I'm dashing up wooden stairs and crashing through towered double doors. Oh, brother. What in the... I gasp for air, my lungs burning from exertion. I'm desperate to be safe, but when I process my surroundings, it's more hellscape than sanctuary. Why do I feel like the Oni is finna round the corner and beat me with his mallet? Dead by Daylight. What are you doing? Blood flows around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hand leaps to my mouth. But the rotten stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spiced. If not Raphael colored, then why Raphael shaped? Hello? I swallowed thickly, convincing myself that it's not as gruesome as it appears. There has to be the sea spring, the place that grants miracles. Oh, I see a little pillow and a little thing of tea over here. Pulling my eyes away from the pool, I take in the rest of my environment. Sea pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes, seating pillows scattered across the floor. Rusted kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here, despite how eerily empty it is. See, one thing about me is I'm not dumb. If I'm somewhere that has any kind of eeriness about it or some kind of something where I'm like, this is a bit peculiar. The last thing I'm gonna do, hello? Is anybody out there? Hello? No, I'm staying quiet. I'll poke around though. I approach the paper color pillar. Maybe something here can tell me more. I reach for. We'll reach for the closest one. It reads, "Dear Mother, don't cry for me. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye, but we'll meet again in another life. I love you very much. From Iris. Yes, if you ever see me, never speak to me again." It's written in perfect cursive. I've never seen such beautiful handwriting. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. My spooty senses are tingling. Something's watching me. I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still vacant. Oh, still empty. Vacant. Finally, I look toward the sea spring. That stillness hides something deeper. Something's wrong. Hey. I spin around and come face to face with a pack of soulless. Oh my goodness. Really random. Look how cute she is. I thought she was her sheep toy. She looks just like it. You can't see it. Some of the little icons. Her little sheep toys right here. With your baby. Okay, that was it. They chitter and growl, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly. All different sizes and species, but sharing one identical trait, glowing crimson eyes. I try to back away, but my heel teeters over the sea spring. I'm cornered. Watch your step is deeper than it looks. That voice again. The sound of it, the soulless freeze, their snarls quieting. Why is it always a crotch shot with somebody's Yeeties in my face? What's happening? Why is this how I'm meeting people? They're like this with their hands on their knees, faces just like in between their crevice. What's happening? Lounging in the rafters. Hello? You look lost, little sparrow. His gaze is a violent crimson, one that sears through me, leaves me feeling raw and exposed. Raw! You don't look at someone's boobs before their eyes? Oh, I'm so sorry. Just like miss. I have played one team, and yes,
Complete global
yes, I've played it a lot.
masturbation.
I have indeed. In the shroud of darkness behind him, shapes like massive tentacles twist and coil around the wooden beams. I can't focus. The soulless growls ring in my ears. They're not advancing, but that could change at any second. Panic rises in my throat, and I struggle to track them. Hey, eyes on me. My stomach rolls as I tear my eyes away from the soulless. Don't ignore someone who's talking to you. It's not polite. Sir, why are you elevated? Get down here. For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who is this bastard? A little distracted, sir. Kind of distracted by the soulless about to maul me. Gonna play this myself. Okie dokie, have fun. Tee. Only on my command. I scan the soulless again. They really aren't attacking. Posturing more than anything else. You tame them? Power of the sea spring. They're hungry, so they might bite. You could give me a reason to stop them. How about I didn't do anything wrong? Trespassing? And that's punishable by death? He gives a non-committal shrug. Expecting mercy was your first mistake. A voice stops in my throat. This man's terse coolness is both infuriating and terrifying. I rack my brain for a way to diffuse the situation. Spill the beans again about my situation, or what's the other game with the fair-looking people? The graphics look crazy. Um, the fairy people. Do you have any other descriptors with fairy people? Is it like a survival game? Or is it similar to like One Human, but it's with fairy people? Is that what you mean? Okay. Oh no. Oh, wow, I see it. Okay, fine. I need help. I thought the sea spring could hear me somehow. Oh, my one of my little slideshows. Fairies. You know what? It was probably Baldur's Gate. I did have some wing mods. May have been that. I'll pay attention to it when it comes back around. Yeah. Yee. Baldur's Gate. Oh, it does have a fairy. In the little lantern. My Vincent. My voice wavers pathetically. Honesty has never been a strong suit. Meh. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was probably an aerial shot of everybody with their wings. All my little creatures. He cants his head to the side, appraising me, but doesn't respond. I fidget nervously. I'm telling you, I came here for help. Are you listening? Your hands. Show me. Sir, why? Want to ask twice? Fine. Just take the bandages off at this point. Because everybody I meet, I'm like, oh, here they are for your inspection. Are you getting off on this? Unwrap them. Don't. Can you throw a please in there? The fire on my tongue. I should give him a piece of my mind, but not when his soulless are one command from ripping me to shreds. Yeah. Mayhaps that's not the best. Yet, no matter how much I will myself to move, my body is frozen in place. I stand there for a long, agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well, the hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the edge of the bandages. Stop. The weary sigh, the man slides off the beam and lands with a thud that shakes the panels underfoot. He's a monster with an imposing figure that towers over me. I couldn't tell how tall he was before, but he is big. Illuminated by lantern light, his features are stronger and sharper. Oh no. Your Honor, he sounds hot. Little clinks of metal accompanied by each footstep. The closer he gets to me, the faster my heart hitches. Doesn't mean I don't like him though. Understandable. What does he want? Is he gonna kill me? I step backwards and find nothing to set my foot on. I'd forgotten my back was to the C spring. I fall, brother, right before a warm hand clutches my lower back. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the storm. I'm hovering above the C spring, the scent of smoke and leather enveloping me. Blazing crimson eyes bore into mine. Told you to watch your step. Too stunned to muster a response. Why are we cooked? Like I weigh nothing, he guides me back to solid ground and steps back. So every single person so far, Curtis, Leander, Veer, and now Ace. I still think out of them so far, Curtis has seen the most, but I feel like Leander had a connection. ... It is not out, Mo. Not yet. This is the demo. I'm just now perceiving that this exists, so I was giving it a try to see if I'll be getting the game, and so far I have no reason to not get it whenever it comes out. So another thing to add to my to-do list. It's been 84 years. Eons. It's really cool seeing how many people are like super excited about it. Because again, I had never heard anything of it until Sava's like, hey, check this out. You may like this. And it's like everybody's like, oh my gosh, Touchstarved. And I'm like, interesting. All right, following a subtle gesture of his fingers, the soulless around us disperse and relax. The shift in their demeanor is so abrupt it gives me whiplash. The enormous tentacles are no longer in the rafters, though now I doubt I ever saw them at all. Either way, I exhale a breath of relief. Kind of got a cult following. I'm seeing that. Thanks. Okay, he looks kind of cute. As focused on me as he was before, the monster pays no attention to me now. He kicks some seating pillows out of the walkways to keep the contents of the kettle with a scowl. The sudden disregard is almost insulting. So that's it. I'm not a threat anymore. Never were one. First of all, don't make me unwrap this hand and poke you in the face. I'll do it, you roach. Then why'd you threaten me? People get honest when they're afraid. In other words, he was messing with me. I drag her hand over my face, exhausted by the fact that this is the second time a monster has provoked me today. Oh, I didn't realize I was only 13. I thought it was like, great Scott. Wow, wait. You're saying like 13,000 people got it to the 800K? Okay. I like that commitment. You're ace, aren't you? Depends on who's asking. Now that's diabolical. Okay, yeah. Super in. Okay, I see. I see now. One of her friends told me this was your territory. He also said you were a gang leader. But there is no one else here. I thought there'd be more people. That's wild. But it also tells me there's a lot of passion behind it, so it'll be good. Trust. Average like 60 each. That's dope. You got some bonus stuff. Yeah. Gang took a walk. His pleasant smile stretches across his face, ear to ear. Then the instant it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about his gang again. So you came here for help? Depends. Can the sea spring cure a curse? Probably. You mean you don't know? Yours almost 70. Okay.
I may look into this a little deeper myself.
He shakes out the empty kettle and starts collecting stray cups, tidying up. My frustration builds. I narrow my eyes at him in a questioning glare. When he notices, he returns with an amused smirk. Are you being irritated on purpose? Listen, Sparrow, the sea spring can cure anything. Nothing's stopping you from trying it yourself. What do I have to do? Drink? I have to drink from the sea spring? My eyes glide to the blood-like pool beside us. The idea of ingesting the strange liquid makes my guts turn. It's not as if I'm adverse to elixirs or um, de- decoctions. Decoctions. I've made my fair share of them, but one misstep you could easily meet the fate worse than death. Is there a price? Always. Ace taps his temple with a finger. You lose it. You lose it a little bit. That's it. Might have already beat me to the punch. My humor earns me an amused fang grin. This is a little different. When you drink from the sea spring, you forget who you are. Your mind combines with everyone who ever drank before. Humans, monsters, soulless. One big happy family in your head. Oh, heard of these before. Group minds. Some legends suggest that independent minds can be um, psychically linked together through a strong enough catalyst. Never been done before. Well, that's kind of sus. Something tells me this is real, even if one thing doesn't add up. Your eyes are red too, but you obviously haven't forgotten who you are. Before I can finish my sentence, Ace strides past me toward the entrance. Time's up. Let's finish this later. Wait, already? You barely told me anything. Came on a bad day. I've got somewhere to be. There are still so many questions burning on the tip of your tongue. Frustration spills out before any of them. I was told to come in for help, but instead I get threatened and kicked out. You're joking, right? Watch your tone. I'm nice, but you don't want to ruin the host's mood. My skin prickles. The feeling of being watched washes over me. My eyes dart back over the sea spring. A lone ripple comes from the quiet surface. I take Ace's advice and clench my mouth shut. Ace approaches the nearby Solus, a lanky dog like one with 6 legs and a crown of tendrils. Several sets of crimson eyes adorn its set. There was 3 at 2,500 at a workshop session with the writers. Oh, that's dope. 19 backers over 3 separate rewards. They gave 1K. Oh, that's super neat. Its forked tail wags rapidly when Ace squats beside it, runs his fingers through the tendrils and scratches his chin and pats his head. A gentle smile playing across Ace's lips. The affection he holds for the soulless is painfully clear. I don't know yet. We just met Ace, or just meeting Ace. So, Ace, Veer, Pyrrhus, Leander. There's still one more person that we have to meet. So, I think it's 5. Yeah. So there's one person we have to meet. Haven't met them yet. We'll see. There isn't someone that I'm like, oh, absolutely, I want this person. So smashing everyone is crazy, but probably very true as well. I did my eyes away, my stomach fluttering at the tender sight. Yeah, a lot of passion. It's getting dark out, so this pretty girl will guide you back. Following a short whistle from Ace's lips, it trots over the entrance obediently, tail swaying. I watch the Solus wearily. Pretty is not a word I would use to describe it, and the idea of it protecting me sounds absurd. It's one of those games I'm gonna do everyone's route for. I can, yeah, probably same to be honest. If I decide to drink, how should I find you? Find someone with eyes like mine, they'll point you in the right direction. But think it over. Once you drink, you can't go back. Lots of process, but I gave a small nod. At least I know I have another option for a cure, as disturbing as it may be. Yeah, no one is like, absolutely not. Like so far, everyone's nice to lay my eyes upon. Mm-hmm. I follow the Solus at the measured distance and watch it nudge the giant doors open with ease. When I'm about to cross the threshold, I sneak one last glance behind me. My heart skips when I meet Ace's eyes. I'm about to snap my head away. He just flashes me an easy smile. So next time, Sparrow, I'll buy you a drink for scaring you. Rude. I don't trust myself to do anything but respond with a curt nod. Outside, more crimson-eyed soulless scuttle about. It's hard to believe it's the same threatening pack from before. They chase each other in circles, roll around in bog's mud. They pay no attention to me as the dog-like one escorts me away. It's an uneventful trip. Sometimes the soulless looks over its shoulder at me to make sure I'm still following. I'm crying, not in the mouth. Dusk darkens the sky by the time we reach the city. The soulless sits and looks at me, expecting me familiar crimson eyes. I'll pet it to be nice. As nervous as I am, I carefully guide my fingers through the soulless tendrils and scratch beneath his chin just like Ace did. It pushes into my palm in response, rumbling with a sound akin to a purr. The vibrations are soothing, almost healing my fatigue. Then, when it's satisfied, the soulless spins around and scampers back in the direction it came, vanishing into the darkness. It's barely my first day in Iridia, and I've already encountered so many things I thought were impossible. Tame soulless being one of them. My head spins. Maybe I should call it a day. Nightfall creeps across the streets of Iridia. The city labyrinthine, even in daytime, has become a warren of treacherous alleyways. Oop, am I lost? Streets are completely deserted as if it hadn't been here earlier. Or as if I hadn't been here earlier, I would have thought this part of the city was abandoned. I make my way through the winding streets, doing my best to keep my bearing toward the wet wet. My steps slow when I hear rustling in the dark. I strain my ears, but everything is still. Is the silence playing tricks on me? Something's wrong, but I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm not an investigator. Hello? Fine hairs in the back of my neck prickle. Ooh. A frisson of discomfort running down my spine. Something's wrong. My eyes dart from one side of the street to the other, searching for movement, but the shadows are as deep and dark as pools of ink. I see nothing. I can't stay here. I need to reach a busier part of the city. Drawing my cloak tighter on my body, I hurry on my way. Ooh woo. I thought I could, though I keep my eyes sharp and listen intently, there is only the sound of my own footsteps. As the moments pass, nothing happens. I begin to wonder, maybe I really did imagine that noise. I turn the next corner and my thoughts come screaming to a halt. My head spins, the world blurring as adrenaline rushes through my veins. Only one thing is clear amidst the haze. A soul is that attacked the caravan. Ooh. It's crouched over a dark, indistinct shape, a body, a garden of indistinct spills and pallid flesh. Blood sprouts the cobblestone. For mercy, the soulless is too distracted by its meal to have noticed me. And I'm gonna keep skimpering on. My feet feel as heavy as stones, but I can't just stand there. Holding my breath, I take a step backwards and then met with slurping sounds. When the wet slurping sounds don't abate, I take another, then another. Then a shard of glass crunches under my heel. Diabolical. The world seems to slow to a crawl as the soulless raises his head, blood dripping from its tendrils. Every single one of its sulphurous, bulging eyes fixed unblinkingly on me. Is this really? Oh, it's really here. It's coming back for me. Sprint the freak out of there. Hello. I'm off like a shot, running for my life through the darkened streets. Behind me, a piercing bass fills the silence. Holy crap. Heavy footfalls pound after me. My heart thunders in my chest. I take turns at random, trying to lose it in the maze of streets, but I can't seem to shake it. I can hear its breathing now, a wet, fluttering rasp growing closer and closer. Same cause that severed my arm and swipe out. I ducked, saved by pure reflex, and skid around the corner. I take 3 running strides before the bottom drops out of my stomach. A wall twice as high as me bars my way, a dead end. I'm cooked. Right, I'm like, it's so quiet, and I have my little like hype music in the background, kind of faint, and it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it actually kind of scared me. When I turn around, the soulless looms in the entry of the alleyway. It's no longer running. It doesn't have to. As it prowls closer, my thoughts race. Some of the buildings, linings, and the streets are lit. There must be people inside. It's a long shot, but I'm screeching. Somebody help me! My voice rang through the shadows, street silhouettes pass by the windows, but nobody answers. In this wretched world, few people will stick their neck out to help their own flesh and blood. Never mind us either. The soul is provoked by my shouting, gives a rasping hiss. It's the only warning I get before it lunges for me with a flash of claws. Oh, that's dope. Part of me was like, I'll just turn it down. If I get got, I get got, but I'd also be really upset if the whole VOD is muted. So I was like, no, I'll abide, I'll heed their warning. I hurl myself into the side, but the slick cobblestones betray me. I fall sprawling over the rough stone. As the soulless looms over me, I scramble away until my back hits the wall. There's nowhere left to go. It descends on me for a kill. But the impact never comes. I would really crack one eye open and then the other, not sure whether I should believe what I'm seeing. A hooded figure crouched in front of me, one bloodstained hand outstretched. You creature from earlier. Moonlight silvers the edge of their silhouette, oh, the stiletto knife. Their face and hands are splattered with blood, and the soulless. My eyes dart past their unexpected rescuer to the misshapen form behind them. The soulless many eyes, one restless and vibrant, um, now look dull and waxy. A red pool spreads slowly from under its body. Numb with shock, I can't help but stare. It's dead. After all the people it's killed, after nearly killing me twice, I hardly believe it. Well, I gingerly take the offered hand. The stranger's gaze dips to my bandages. Pale lips part on the blink of a question, then close again. Oh, you like them a lot. Okay, okay. With the strength belaying their slight frame, they pull you to her feet. As soon as I'm on my 2 feet again, they pull away from me and start wiping the blood from their face and hands. Stay there. They turn away from me stiffly, leaning over the soulless, gangly body. With their back towards me, I realized that I saw the hooded silhouette at the cenobium. I've seen you before. You were at the cenobium earlier, weren't you? They cast a weary look at me. So what if I was? Their harsh response takes me aback. Before I can formulate a response, they continue. What are you thinking? Traveling alone at night? This is far from the worst thing haunting Lowtown. I can't make heads or tails of them. First they saved me and now they scold me. Lesson learned. I can do without the lecture though. To my surprise, they break eye contact. Their attention guides back to the soulless corpse. They examine it with an inscrutable expression. I clear my throat to fill the silence. I'm Elvira. Mm. Oh. Min? Min? Suddenly, Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drive it into the base of the soulless skull, right between the cervical vertebrae. Soulless thrash once, letting out a rattling hiss as the air leaves his lungs. Min, ugh. Min leads on the blade, driving it deeper and deeper until its sickening crunch, and the creature goes limp. My heart thuds in my chest. It must have been clinging to his life by a thread. Min straightens up, withdrawing their blade in a single smooth motion. Better put the wretched things like this out of their misery. I'm getting the names right. Let's go. They calmly clean the blood off their knife. They struck with surgical precision. Their quick, clean movements are familiar. Are you a scientist? Min stops mid-motion, lifting their head to stare at me. You know exactly where to strike. Have you studied anatomy or medicine? Not quite. Why is a soulless inside the city? Min looks at me, eyes searching before realization dawns. You're new here. There are no walls around the city. Soulless can come and go as they please until someone is contracted to stop them. The Snubian patrols don't bother to patrol Lowtown, not anymore. Let me guess. You're not a fan of the Snubium? I wouldn't go that far. Their brow abruptly furrows, and they sheathe their knife, mentioning to me to follow them. It's not safe here. The vultures can smell death. I'm not quite sure what they mean, but I don't want to stay in the lost city. I trail behind them as they stride down the street. If it's so dangerous, then why are you helping me? You're making an unbearable racket. Next time you walk into a soulless claws, at least die quietly. Their answer is stingingly harsh. I mean, but true. I just need to find my lodgings. I hold up my hands, trying to forestall any more snippy comments. All right, I get it. I'd love to get out of your way, but I'm sort of lost. I just need directions back to my lodgings. What makes you think I'll help you? Nothing, but there's no harm in asking. Seems to catch them off guard. Their brow knits, and they look away, scowling. How troublesome. Elvira? I turn, surprised by the voice. Kira's walking down the street towards us. His white and gold clothing is pristine despite the grime of the city. Hello, Min. I see that soulless was your work. And shrugs. There is a familiarity by the way they regard each other. Um, you know them? Min is a freelancer who has done a few errands for me. They're quite reliable. Unreliable freelancers don't eat. Freelancer who wields a dagger like a scalpel must be something more to that story. Elvora needs to get back to wherever she's staying before she wanders into the jaws of another soulless. It is late. Were you able to find a place to stay? I'm staying at the Wet Wick. Both the faces fall. I see. Would you like a guide? Might be preferable to wandering about alleyways. That'll be nice. Min clicks their tongue in sighs, sounding might put out. Going to the Emeralds district, that gaudy cesspit. Come this way. Despite Min's clear distaste, when Curious leads me down the street, they keep pace with us. Catching my curious glance, Min's eyes narrow. Not safe this. Oh, it's not safe this late. I don't care about you, but Curious is the only doctor with worth a damn in this place. Right, always a clean combination. Anybody that's like all white with some hints of gold or gold accents, fire. Are you like this with everyone? The deadpan look Min gives me is answer enough. I catch Curious hiding a slight smile. I suppress a sigh and resign myself to having a grumpy shadow all the way back to the Wet Wick. The route Curious takes is completely different from what my slow meandering earlier this morning. In no time at all, he cuts through the darkened streets and twisting alleys. It seems like half the city has poured out into the Amaryllis district's colorful streets. Laughter, clinking glasses, and music assault my ears from every direction. Yet the most noise still comes from the Wet Wick. Its doors hang wide open, lanterns lit. Here we are. He moves toward the door and Min lets out an audible huff. Don't tell me you're going in. I have some quick business with Leander. Ugh, fine. He still owes me from yesterday's work. They drag their feet reluctantly, trailing me into the tavern. We survived the day! As soon as the doors open, a wave of sticky heat rolls over me. In the hours since I left, the wick has grown suffocatingly crowded. Curious stands out easily as a head taller than most. Even so, I nearly lose sight of him amid the sea of swarming bodies. Pardon me. The crowd parts as though answering his request. Curious glances over his shoulder at Min and me before guiding through. How can anyone breathe in here? Hi, Doobie. Min follows Curious at the click place. Leander is right where I left him. Although he's traded places with the bartender, he holds a pair of shot glasses filled with the brim with luminous green liquid. And now for the finishing touch. A flash of magic paints the glasses white with frost. I'm never gonna guess what's in these. Leander slides the glasses across the bar, and I get my third and fourth shots of the evening in rapid succession. Ace leans against the bar elbow. Oh, brother, are they all here? Been doing pretty good. How about yourself? He catches the glasses and lifts one to the light before turning it upside down. The contents, magically congealed, stay firmly in place. It's supposed to make drinks, pretty boy. Don't tell me you wasted already. Veer perched on the bar's counter beside Ace. Takes a single look at the shot glass and shakes his head. What if we hear? Bucket full of boogers? Leander's nose treasure? I'm weak. You've eaten worse. Veer's lips twitch and his ears flatten when Ace offers him a glass. He turns his cheek with a sniff. Ace just snickers. Coward. Don't tell me you're actually. In one fluid motion, Ace throws his head back and downs a shot. Drinking that? The dark look crosses Ace's face. It's chewy. Ew. Chewy. Wait, let me try. Behind me, Min grumbles. Told you this place was the nest of degenerates. If it isn't Curious and Min. At the sound of Leander's voice, Min's pale eyes grow narrow. They look ready to bolt until Curious sets a hand on their shoulder. I promise it will not take long. Min's eyes dart from Curtis's hand to his face, then softens. Fine, you first. While they step forward, I linger behind, struck by a sudden revelation. All these people I've met today know each other. Good evening, Leander. Ace. Another drinking competition, I presume? Oh, is it evening already? Could have sworn it was earlier. Just some friendly rivalry, Doctor. Nothing to be afraid of. Curtis acknowledges Leander and Ace with the slightest nod, ignoring Veer entirely. Not that Veer seems to mind. You've been good too, just busy working a lot, taking care of your grandparents and your days off. Okay, glad you've been doing good. My bouncing is cute. It's my new chair. Hashtag yoga ball, good for my posture. He tilts his head and an impish smile curves his lips when he spots men looming silently behind Curtis. Almost you see there, men. Looking for your booster seat? Rude. Men push their hood back. They level Veer with a full look. I thought Ace wasn't allowed to bring his pets in here. Ooh! Veer's tail gives an angry twitch. Jeez. Hello? Sir, put those yitties away. At the first sign of an impending fight, Leander vaults clear over the counter. He slides between Ace and Curtis. Now, let's try and keep the peace. It's not every day an esteemed doctor takes us up on a drink. His arm snakes around Curtis's shoulders. You're finally taking me up on a drink, right, Curtis? I'm afraid not. We're merely escorting Elvora back to her lodgings. Curtis gestures in my direction, my stomach sinks. I reluctantly step into the light. As soon as he sees me, Leander's face brightens. Elvora, it's been too long, everyone. This is Elvora. She's new to Iridia. I feel 5 pairs of eyes fixed to me, and suddenly the bar feels suffocatingly small. My voice nearly catches in my throat. Hi. Again. Again? Well, you've already met everyone? Oh, brother. Ace and Veer level me with a subtly amused expression. Veer's tail gives a lazy wag. We did. Not that long ago either. Veer, starting to suspect she's stalking me. He looks far too pleased with himself when I roll my eyes. This calls for drinks. What does everybody want? Water and a shower and sleep? In an instant, all eyes turn to Leander, freeing me from the burden of attention. Still can't believe they all know each other. Watching them talk amongst themselves feels surreal. But for the first time since I undertook the journey to Iridia, I feel a faint glimmer of hope. I know I was meant to meet them. The low, pleasant rumble of Leander's laughter pulls me from my restless thoughts. Well, color me surprised. You make friends fast, Elvora. I wouldn't go that far. We're more like acquaintances. A wise man once said that acquaintances are merely friends that haven't shared a drink yet. A wise man? You said that. Here, last week. I can hear men's lip curl in distaste from across the bar. Leander clears his throat and continues unperturbed. Let's toast to Evora's health. Care to join in, Doctor? Harris politely declines with a wave of his hand. How about you, men? No. Are you? No. A resounding pop pierces the din of the bar. We all turn in the direction of the noise. Veer looks almost bashful as he accepts an overflowing flute from the bartender. Poured from a bottle so cold its label has been worn blank. They serve champagne here? Since when? Veer pauses in the middle of licking champagne foam from his fingers with a coy smile. You don't mind, do you? It's a transformation as impressive as a magic trick. The concern on Leander's face vanishes. He laughs softly. No, be my guest. You've got expensive taste. Then he shoots the bartender a frantic look, unbothered or uninterested in his company. Ace cants his head towards me, a light smile on his lips. How about you, Sparrow? Did I say I'd buy you a drink earlier? No, my treat. Ace regards Leander over the lip of his glass in the dim light. The glint in his crimson eyes looked downright dangerous. Oh, brother. What will it be, Elvira? Huh? No, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'll take water. Water's fine. Allow me. Leander pushes away from the counter, go flag down the bartender, leaving me with Chris and more distinctly me. I'm not the least bit surprised that neither has bothered ordering anything. They both seem ready to leave at this point. Water is a wise choice. Is it your doctor's duty to encourage sobriety? But Chris shakes his head with a patient smile. The drinks here are notoriously watered down, most likely to cut costs, but it only encourages the patrons to overindulge. Min looks up from addressing the lace of one of their bracers. Only reason anyone bothers coming here is for cheap rooms and cheaper drinks. Perfect conditions for terrible mistakes. It almost sounds like you're speaking from experience. Their pale face reddens, and they look away scowling. Leander returns with a glass of water that I accept with murmured thanks. He claps, drawing the attention from the group. All right, everyone, let's toast. May Elvora's stay in Iridia be full of bright adventures and discoveries. Cheers. If you're wearing booty shorts and thigh-high boots, always gets me. That's what I was like earlier. I was like, is that exposed thigh meat that I see? Hello? Hello. Men only cross their arms. Curious watchers look polite and different. Water is bitter. Cold tastes faintly metallic, but I savor it all the same. Gradually, the din of the crowd bar fades in low murmuring. I find myself relaxing for what feels like the first time in years. Aren't you the popular one, Elvira? I'm guessing you met Chris first. Let me be more accurate to say that I found her. He saved my life. I merely performed my duty as a doctor. Although I must admit that I was confused when I woke up missing all my clothes. Leander makes a choked noise somewhere behind him. Min sighs. That sounds very nefarious without context. It's not what you think. Nah, it's too late. You already said it. The voyeur was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes. The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I'll look away, unable to face Clara's disappointment, and catch Veer snickering behind his hand. That's my cue to change topic. No, that's your cue to go to bed. Chris isn't the only one who saved me today. Don't you listen? I didn't save you. You were simply there. That's Min for you. Leander reaches for Min, but they duck under his arm and with practiced ease without so much as looking his way. As reliable as they are moody. You're the one to talk, considering you neglected to warn her to stay off the streets that night. I may have gotten a little distracted. Min's only response is a short breath. At any rate, I've never got a chance to thank you, Min. Don't. The less souls alive, the better. For a heartbeat, Min's eyes flick towards Ace and their lips twist. Ace too busy nodding along to Veer's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing to notice, lost no doubt in an enthralling discussion. Little beauty mark. I've had enough of this hellhole. Let's go. Min and Chris share a brief look, then the doctor speaks up. Very well, but there's something that I must discuss with Leander, if you'll excuse us, Evora. And just like that, the three of them depart, leaving me alone to sip my water in silence. Or so I think, until I hear a voice so soft and low, it's practically a purr, of course. Lost your tour guide? Oh, brother. You. I find crimson and pink eyes trained on me. Now you in pairs. It's not lost on me that they chose the end the others left to strike. Just my luck. Had to be abandoned with the two most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, they're not telling what I'll do for either of them. Push me again. Don't tell me Lander already snuck off to get his knob slobbered up. crying. He's got business with cursing men. 2-on-1 business. Isn't he lucky? I can't tell if it's a champagne or the company, but Veer has grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped up on the back of his hand, his ears twitching whenever a hiccup shakes his shoulders. Why are you so far away? Come join us. He pats the empty stool beside Ace, but I hesitate. Smile Veer wears is sweet and distinctly sly. And with drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Ace will mess with me next. We don't bite. I'm not sure about that. Just hours ago, he tried to rob me, and you threatened me. Me? Still? Surely you must be mistaken. Sure it was me? Wow. That's crazy. I'm going to bed. that's the only valid answer. I'm going to bed. Yes, it was you, and then you had the gall to kick me out just so you can go drinking. He gives another one of his shrugs. I was lonely. A simple answer that I expected, but I guess I can't fault him for that. Veer suddenly slumps forward, gossamer sleeves pulling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ace sets his hand on Veer's wrist, narrowly preventing it from tipping off the counter. How about we start fresh, Begin with proper introductions. Get off on the right foot and whatnot. I'll start. My name's Veer, hunter extraordinaire. Veer's right hand flutters through his chest as he bows his head, flinching when hair falls into his eyes. Ace doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn. Elvora. Veer considers me for a long moment, tail idly swaying behind him. Then he knocks back the rest of his champagne. It's a pleasure to formally meet you, Elvora. He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly turn my gaze away. Why am I so easy? What's happening? How did we get here? Can I go to bed? Ace smirks at my reaction over the rim of his glass. Something funny? Nope. I open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. Must be the exhaustion. A flash of white over Ace's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Curious heads to the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but feels wrong to let him leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Veer hums and wags his fingers at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Curious, ugh, who did I bump into? I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck thicker than both my thighs. I'm crying. Did I bump into Baird? What is this? Not both of them. I'm crying. He stares down at me, nostrils flaring. Out of my way, shit stain is crazy. Asshole, I mutter while massaging my throbbing elbow. The roughneck wheels around, shoving a bloodhound out of the way so he can close in on me. What did you say? He shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps into my throat when I see the roughneck bearing down on me. You trying to start something here? Roughneck freezes his fist cocked back, a group of bloodhounds called by the commotion circling him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long moment, the roughneck looks from me to the bloodhounds. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. A lob narrowly misses my cheek. Screw with too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me and comes to face of Ace. A dangerous smile spread across his face. You'll do. What happens next is a blur. I'm crying. Ace's fist crashed into the roughneck's jaw, causing an eruption of gas, shouts, and even cheers from around us. I scramble to my feet, and right as the frantic crowd swarms around me, cutting off my sight from everything and everyone. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting, Hey, Ace, take it outside. Ignore them, everyone. Look, drinks are on me. And those 4 words, the wick erupts with whoos and hollers. The ringing around me disperses, and bloodhounds and onlookers rush toward the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch a glimpse of familiar faces. Ace vanishes out of the back, dragging the roughneck behind him. Curtis lingering near the door, searching, I suspect, for any wounded before he departs. First off, that look over the shoulder was so cunty. Enough. Min draws their hood up tight as they slip out the door. Okay. While Veer leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar, and Leander seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically to the bartender. In the space of a heartbeat, you realize there is no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak to tonight. I follow. Sometimes I wanna disappear. Would it be diabolical of me to say that this is where we can stop and we can pick up on we can pick up on later? We making a decision. Bah! Is that too heinous? Okay, yeah, this is my stopping point. Because if I do anything else, it'll be 3 o'clock before it's all said and done. I don't want to finish it all in one day. Especially, kind of seeing how things have been paced. So I like it. It's fun so far. It's been a ha-ha and hee-hee time for me. SPDCC. So I think in between us, I know me playing Love in Deep Space this week, I'm gonna hit a point probably where like I can't do anything else until I get more coins or whatever currency you have to get. So I know I'm saying I'm playing Love in Deep Space. Whenever I hit that wall where like I've gotten all my dailies, whatever worked out of it, then I'll just play this. And we'll probably do like that, go back and forth between Love in Deep Space and this. And again, depending on how I feel, because today my day was so accidentally screwed up, I had no energy to stream before, but my stream schedule is 9 o'clock now, like 9 p.m. Central Time. If I have energy and don't wake up at 4 o'clock, I will stream early in the day as well. I'll do like maybe like 1 to 3, and then 9 until 1 or something like that, or 9 to midnight. I'll do it like that. Like I'll split it up, kind of have 3-4 hours in the daytime and then 3-4 hours at night. But it just depends on if I wake up and have energy to do so. So today was not that case. Hopefully tomorrow's better and I can get up and do that. But if I end up waking up in time tomorrow and doing a like noon 1-ish kind of stream, I'll play Love in Deep Space and then play this at night. So. But yeah, that's the vibes. I'll also put it on my Discord and shout it out on my Blue Sky and all that stuff. Someone's like, I didn't see you change your schedule. I'll yap it out to the world. I'll save again just in case because, luck be upon me. But yeah, so far it's been a vibe. Touchstarved After Dark, that part. So far, I'm vibing with it. Yeah, it'll be kind of, for a little bit, it'll be kind of on the fence. It'll even out to where I can for sure be like, I'm streaming from 1 to 3 and then 9 to 1. I'll have that more concrete, but I gotta adjust. I have to adjust myself, and it's not adjusted right now. Verby Nord. I'm rating you. I'll beat you to it. No, please, let's not race. We can go together. What is it? The power of friendship. Hey, Octo W, 12 months. Let's second goal. Sorry, W13 months. Hope your day's been well, Barbie. I'm not rating to you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can go. You were playing Power World. Let's see. Do you follow KJ? KJ Shroomish? We can bibbity bop over there, or we can do Hey Skit, who's playing Baldur's Gate. Oh, where we going? Wait, you got one? You got one? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Slap it in my face. Yeah, we can go to Beans playing Balatro. Yee. Okay. We're gonna have a raid party over in Beans' chat playing Balatro. I can actually finally see gameplay of this game. Oh no, it's whoever. Whoever you also had on your list. I'm down for. Yeah, we can go to Beans. All right, we're gonna get this quadruple raid party going. We're gonna go show Beans some love, guys. Let's go raid to Beans. I'll see you over there, Verby. Love you too. Bye. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We're gonna go raid. I'm all Beans. Playing Balatro. We're gonna go peep the vibes. I finally get a chance to see what that game's all about. Wee. So really quick, if you are a subscriber, go ahead and copy that first message. That one will be for you. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and copy the second one. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be on some Love in Deep Space tomorrow and some more Touchstarved because it's a lot of fun. Wee! That's it. Thank you guys so much. You have a great one. I adore you all. Thanks for the support. Good night, TikTok. Thank you all for hanging out with me as well. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.